Test, test. Hello, hello. Test, test. Hello, hello. Test, test. Hello, hello. Test, test. Hello, hello. Monkey put Harambe. I don't know. I think I like the monkeys that we've got on screen right now. He's a hero. Yeah, but I don't know. Harambe's more of a gorilla, which is a type of monkey, but he doesn't have those monkey vibes. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. What I need to make sure is working. Audio, for one. I need to make sure the audio is fine, which it seems to be. Sounds good? Okay, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. We've still got a while until stream starts. Or the matches start, should I say. One thing that I was very interested in. Sounds good. Dyni vs Dutchy. Yeah. I wanted to get Dyni vs Rasta, but unfortunately Rasta was busy today, so I got Dutchy instead. I mean, Dutchy was the one who initially asked to be in the FT10s anyway, so it makes sense for him to be the stand-in. And to be honest, he seemed to be like, I don't want to say confident, but he said like he could give me a good match and it wouldn't be super one-sided. And yeah, I trust him on that. So looking forward to that, and a lot of cool stuff today. I need to actually message my players some stuff. Where is Zaveid? Okay, there he is. Oh wait, no, Omega, don't leave. Is he gone? I didn't see when he commented, but yeah, we're embracing the scuffed nature of the stream. I figure, you know what, I'm not gonna be able to pretty this up, so why don't I lean into it? So, shoutouts to pblade, he's the one who made that. Okay, your match will be at 6, just. This screen scares me. Good. That's the emotion I was going for. When does it start, Monkey Man? The first match starts at 6. Or I guess if you're in a country that isn't the UK, a European country that isn't the UK, it would be 7 for you. And then I don't know about time zones for anyone outside of Europe. I'm sorry. But it starts in like over just like 40 minutes, let's say. I'm literally just testing. I'm probably gonna go AFK soon. I just wanted to test and confirm that my stuff was working. So you guys can hear me, my audio is good. Actually, hold on, let me get rid of this for a bit. Let's see, how's the actual stream looking? Things looking smooth? Wait, why the pre-show is 40 minutes before? Okay, this isn't really a pre-show. It's more of just a test, and usually I do it 30 minutes before, but when I do it 30 minutes before, I always, like, and that happens to be an issue, it always bleeds into the time. So I was like, you know what, I'll do it earlier, and then if there's an issue, I'll be able to fix it before the time starts. But what I'm gathering now, there's no issue. How's the game sound and stuff? Because I can't hear any of that, so I'm 100% banking on you. Yo, Retro. Is that Rody 2020? The guy that was banned by Kiryu? How you doing? We have a history. Sounds good? Okay. That's good. That's good. So far things aren't blowing up. Oh, it was Bruno that banned him. Okay. Speaking of which, I've got I don't think Lola has noticed yet, but I unmodded everyone in my channel. I'm gonna need to find new mods. Can't wait. I don't think Bruno's gonna be happy. I think Bruno's gonna be the most annoyed. Okay, you noticed. I have 2 people in mind to mod. I have 2 people already in mind. I need to have like an interview process for this. But there's 2 people that I think would do a good job. I'm just trying to mix things up. Not that you did a bad job, Lola, and anyone else who might be here. But yeah, I'm just feeling I need to mix things up. Okay, one thing. Let me disband the room real quick. Let me hop into training mode, and I want you guys to tell me you know, just how are things looking and sounding. Because my biggest fear is that the sound isn't synced up with the video, which happens a lot and sucks. Monkey, you doing commentary solo? No, I have 2 other commentators going to be commentating with me, but they'll get in here when it's closer to the time. Audio is massively delayed. Oh god. Okay. Good thing we figured that out now. The delay is bad. Ah, heck. Alright, this is why I start like 40 minutes before. Alright. Let me see if I can fix. Okay, so as I said, I can't hear anything, so I'm fully relying on you guys to help me out here. So audio massively delayed, no problem. Let's delay the video a bit. Actually, let me delay it more than that. Okay. What about now? Things sounding better, matching up. God, it's hard to play when there's this much delay. Not. Oh god. Okay, I can't hear. Okay, how is it still several seconds? What happened? I tested this morning and it was fine. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can figure out. Why is this happening to me? Ah, heck. Hello, Bruno. I'm trying to figure. It's good now. It's good. We're in business. Do a combo. Okay, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do a combo with this delay, but I will try my best. Let me. It's hard to menu. Dummy settings is what I want, and let's. Okay, I can do a simple Mika combo, even with delay. Okay, no I can't. Okay, sounds good. Cool. Alright, had a mini heart attack there, but good, we managed to fix it. Alright. Please select your character. So how's everyone's day been? I would say week, but the week isn't over yet. So how's everyone's day? Have you guys had a good Thursday? Oh, menuing is so hard. I'm very sad because I got cancelled. Who cancelled you? And what did you do? What did you do to get cancelled? Okay, I'm gonna put the idle screen back up. Since You can't. Wait, what do you mean I cancelled you? I didn't cancel you. You're lying to me. Oh, mod powers. Well, cancel is such a strong word. I just, you know, I'm just trying to mix things up a bit. Damn nice banner. Thank you, thank you. I still don't get why it says monkey is jungle. Ask pblade. Pblade was the one who made it. All questions and complaints you have, please direct his way, not my way. I think it's just part of the meme now. The meme is monkey is jungle. Me and Lols did our job. Hey, I'm not saying you didn't do your job. In fact, it was an honor to have you guys on as my mods. But there's no harm in trying to mix things up a bit. I figured new brand, new first to 10 series. Why not get some new mods, you know? You know, it's no harm, no foul. There's no bad blood between us. Okay. Annie, I have a question for you. Can I trust you to be a moderator on this channel? I even invented this title. Ah, that's true. Actually, you did come up with the title. Make me a mod so US can reign supreme. I honestly trust Omega, but the thing is, I don't know if he can. Oh no, Dyni. I don't know if Omega can like always be around because yeah, he's US, so I don't know. Time zones are a bit tricky like that. This is worse than my already very low expectations. I'm glad that I could break your expectations, so to speak. Make me a mod so I can ban Lolaire, please. How come everyone wants to ban Lolaire? I don't understand. What did he do to everyone? Lolaire, what did you do to people that makes people so vicious against you? And Kiryu too, to be honest. I feel Kiryu and Lolaire are made up of the same stuff. They always trigger people. Okay, how do I even make someone a mod? Because I definitely need at least one mod right now. You know, if all goes poorly, I'll call back on my old mods. Username. I'm thinking Zub could be a good mod. Oh, did I mess up? Poke is the worst mod. Oh yeah, since you guys are in chat, Dyni and Dutchy, you will be second after our first match, which is happening in about half an hour. So yeah, just get ready for that. There's no like set time because it will pretty much be right after that match finishes. Can you say? Oh god. Lolaire porco dio. I'm not gonna try and do an Italian accent. I'm just gonna say it raw. Lolaire porco dio. pblade for mod, that sounds like a horrible idea. Monkey being toxic as hell. I'm being toxic? Uh-oh. Did Dyni get me to say a bad word? Can you get banned on Twitch for saying bad words in different languages? I mean, you probably can, right? because, I mean, people just speak different languages. Oh god, I hope I'm not gonna get banned. Who got them? Oh wait, I still haven't done it yet. Hold on, let me make someone mod. Okay, Annie, type something. Are you a mod? I want to see if that worked. Yes. Okay, cool. Annie is... I feel like I can trust Annie. As much as he memes on the stream, he seems like a good person. And he's always here, which is really nice. Ah man, do I mod? Okay, out of the 3 that I unmodded, Jaju was definitely a no-go. Modding Jaju was a mistake to begin with. But Bruno and Lola, if I had to pick between those two, because I feel like Annie just doing the work by himself is rough. And like, who else is there? Poke? I don't know. I don't know if I can trust Poke to handle the mod task. Dutchy said he wouldn't even, he said he would just probably not even do anything with his mod powers. I want someone who's on the ball. Dyni's just, he wouldn't even want to be mod. I wish Zub was here. If Zub was here, then I could mod him, but... yeah, modding Jaju was a mistake. For now... Shut up, Annie. I've already modded you. For now, let me... You know what, Bruno? Since you came up with... maybe it was a bit out of line for me to unmod you. You came up with the name. You help out the channel. I'll mod you. I'll mod you back. But just know we're running a tighter ship. Is there anything else I need to do, or can I chill? I best believe that once 6 PM rolls around, everything's gonna be desynced again, just like horribly desynced. Okay, let's not torture you guys too much. That screen is kind of hard to look at for too long. I won't lie. No screen. What do you guys think? I wish I knew how to do the polls. I don't think I don't have enough Twitch power to do the polls yet. But you guys want the screen on, or should I keep it off? The screen was kind of just a meme. I thought people would get, you know, a kick out of it. But should I keep it on? Or do you guys like looking at the back of Chie's head? Mr. Streamer, what's your opinion on new Hilda matchup? The new versus Hilda matchup? I don't know. I don't play either of those characters. I imagine Hilda wins, but that's just because it's Hilda and no one really plays new. Oh, of course, when I say that, pblade gets here. And listen, when I say it's a meme, there's nothing bad about that. In fact, I hold memes in high regard. Monkey, can you mod me so I can ban pblade and Lola? Why'd you want to ban pblade now? Monkey, there's money on the line. Should I ban lols? Listen, I made you a mod so I wouldn't have to think about it. You make the decision yourself. That's what being a mod in Monkey's channel means. I trust you to make the decisions. pblade has caused much pain and suffering to everyone in this channel. He practically harassed and terrorized the whole chat. No comment. Damn, Dyni said pblade is cool. Monkey, when you doing Orfgan versus Crothers, calling it lobby warlords? Well, first of all, was you implying that Orfgan and Crothers are just lobby guys? They are both active. Well, I say active, not anymore, but they're both in the Discord, and they are. I would love to get them on for that match. Actually, I would love more than anything, but I don't think either of them play. I've seen Crothers hang around in the Discord a little bit more often, but Orfgan, I think he's a ground blue guy, doing whatever. Crothers plays, okay. I might hit him up again at one point, because he's been in first attempt before. Is that Waranoy? Warren GQ. Monkey. That must be Waranoy, right? But I feel Waranoy's name on Twitch would just be Waranoy. Who are you, sir? Okay, so Waranoy is Waranoy. So who is Warren GQ doing the monkey? The only other person I can think of is like Art, but Art left a long time ago. It's like the Avatar. I'm new. Oh, you're new. Okay. Wait, are you actually new? Welcome, if you are new. You should tell Alexa to join the room so he can play games. He's in Japan, right? Honest to God, Omega, it's very shocking to me when new people show up, because yeah, usually I'm just expecting people from ATC, the EU BBTag Discord channel, but I mean sometimes you get some like new faces pop up, and that always makes me happy. Oh, hello Chop Suey. Welcome to the jungle. We have BBTag. Indeed. Well said. No comment, Dyni. Okay, let's see. I actually have, when I was away for a while, I actually came up with like, because sometimes there are points like this where, you know, there's nothing really to talk about. So I came up with a bunch of different stream topics. But honest to God, a lot of these stream topics I feel are just, like, I feel they're too, I feel like we need to be like in private to talk about this stuff, or some of it anyway. I can't just be saying like these are too spicy of topics to talk about. There's surely something here. I hate this waiting screen. Hey, some hate it. You either hate it or you love it. And yeah, another issue with the stream topics I have is that they're just really random, and just trying to talk about them out the blue is probably going to be really jarring. Monkey, do a top 10 EU players. Okay, I can do that on the fly right now. So, number 1 for me, EU right now. Monks, can you stop? I'm muting the stream. Wait, what have I done? Can I stop what? Stop your list. Okay, you don't want to hear? Wait, yeah, I don't know why I'm starting from 1. I should start from 10. That's stupid. But it's hard. The thing is, like, I feel it's easier when you're doing it on the fly to start from number one, because I can think of who I think the best player is, but like trying to work out who the 10th best player is kind of tough. You're a tease. Okay, number one. I'll start from one. I can't do it the other way around. So number one best player, I think, is probably Roxas. Right? He seems to... Well, actually, does Roxas even still play? This is why I hate doing this stuff, like, live. I don't even know if Roxas plays. But I'd say, okay, I'm just going to say Roxas because I feel he's really consistent. And, yeah, beats Ro. I don't know if he beats Cax, but I mean, if he can beat Ro, probably, right? Okay, number two, he doesn't play much now. Alright, well, he's still number one. Number two, Cax. Number three, Ro. 4 is probably... What do you mean boring? You were the one who asked for this. Wait, 4 is probably Rasta. Wait, what happened? I didn't see. Who did Bruno ban? J password. Oh, is it like a spam account? You said 4, there's 6 more. Wait, who did I say was 4? 1 Roxas, 2 Cax, 3 Ro, 4 Rasta. Okay, 5 probably pblade, 6 Jaju, 7 Dyni, 8 Zinzin. Oh, I forgot I didn't do PC. Okay, no. 8 Zinzin. 9 Kara. 9 Kara Heeb. And then 10... Who's 10? I wrote this all down for the fights versus EU players I will never have. Honestly, I mean, Cax fought Tempest, so I'm sure there's someone else among one of those EU players that has like godlike connection. I really want to see Rasta versus Alex, and that's the NA Alex, not Alexa. Bear in mind, this is just like a rough, like this first to 10 is not an official thing. This is what I'm coming up with. What's your opinion on Alexo355? He's cool. He's a cool guy. He's kind of weird, does weird things, but you know, deep down in his core, he's a cool guy. Lame, boring stream. Okay. Well, you're not gonna like what's coming next because I think for the next 10 minutes, I'm just gonna try and set everything up, make sure I can get my commentators in here, and I'm gonna just ghost for a bit, but I'll be back in 10 minutes, so stay strong. by the way. Forgot to mention that there will be no bad mouthing of ESL today because we have 2 ESL employees on commentary, so only positive things. Otherwise, my mods will attack you. Okay. Alright, so just trying to invite my commentators right now. Making sure everything's good to go. Can you guys let me know if you can hear them?
God damn.
Hello.
God damn. Hello.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, it's been cool. Long time no here outside of like last time we like met was in Revo. Like
Yeah.
last 2 years ago. Like,
It was a while.
oh, damn. Times has flown by and we already missed a year of Revo, which is kind of sad.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, all tournaments got cancelled, but yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, but anyway, it's nice that you're doing something for the community, so it'll be great to.
Yeah, I always these first to tens are like kind of a weekly thing, and pblade gave me the idea of asking you to help commentate, so I thought that's a good idea. Haven't heard from dblanks in a while, so why not?
Yeah. Well, congratulations for making the qualifiers for the weekend as
Yeah,
well.
thank you. That should be interesting.
Wasn't it somebody from your crew stealing our commentator slot for the English stream?
Well, the thing is that PlayStation went to tells to Mr. E for it.
I just wanted to rip on you for that.
But yeah, had the opportunity to like commentate BBTag again. It's really nice, and
yeah, I imagine. What's your relationship with the game at this point? Do you like play it at all, or do you just never play it?
I dabble with it every once in a while because it's still fun. So I'm not entirely rusty at this, but hell yeah, I can still do stuff. But like the current meta of, well, there's a bit of a mix of like how do I deal with things like what's her name, Hilda and everything. So that's a interesting thing. My Batista is a bit out of date on this.
Batista, she's a character that's fallen off pretty hard, and
yeah, and like I've been messing around with Hilda and other characters, so yeah, it's alright.
I see.
It's
one of those characters Hilda.
Yeah, Hilda held all the way. But to be honest, like I'm still sticking around because like Batista and Pika are just the comfort picks.
Yeah,
And
I think Mika's
kind of
really
tested.
good in this matter as well.
Yeah, I like her mobility a lot. Is to get around places, and her normals not exactly something to like sleep on.
Yeah, they're really good.
Let's see.
But yeah, feel free to join the room, guys.
It's what is the room keyword?
Wait, don't say it on stream because I don't want.
I won't say it.
Hold
Just
on,
I'll type it in the thingy.
Wait, we are already on stream.
Yeah, you guys are live. Oh wait, I probably should have said that. Don't say anything wild.
Yeah, please tell us that before and.
Yeah, I've typed that in and I can't find it.
Oh wait, you can't?
No.
That should be it, because that's the same one I gave the players, and they're in. Make all lowercase.
Did you? Yeah, all lowercase. Moon search the keyword.
I could find it.
Oh.
Can you find it?
Yeah,
oh, did you? You can't as well.
No,
oh,
no,
you can.
Razi's in.
Why can't I find it? That's strange.
Wait, you're on PlayStation, right?
Oh, it is on PlayStation. My bad. Whoops.
I made the same mistake. I just like before you called, I just started BBTag.
Yeah, I know. I was like messing around on a lot of PC tag that I completely.
You are wait, you are able to commentate.
Yes,
PS.
I can see your stream as well. So
Okay,
I'm jumping on PS.
Monkey, can you ask dblanks what his
No.
favorite Grand Blue character is?
My favorite Grand Blue character, Maria Teresa, Monica, Alexa.
Didn't you mean the fighting game?
I don't know who any of those characters are, but what he didn't specify the fighting game. He just said Grand Blue character.
Yeah, probably need to turn me down a bit because
Okay.
I might be a bit loud.
Turn him down. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Ooh, let me get the scoreboards and stuff all set up. So, for those who can't read or are blind and can't see their screens, we're going to be having ZackCC versus Zaveid in our first to 10. And yeah, these are two players that have played each other in ESL quite a bit. So, and I'm honestly not sure how it normally goes. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen in this first to 10.
Yeah, definitely. Like ZackCC usually uses Hackerman player, so Hackerman's always the one that if I remember correctly, whenever he gets a touch in, he starts blowing up, but then he has trouble trying to get in sometimes. But
Yeah.
with Yuzu, it's all like slashes.
Whereas,
yeah, go on.
You publicized the matchups for today, right?
Yes.
Because like the matchups for today, like giving me 1.5 for vibes with Harkonnen being the most used character. It's like even more than Hilda, except we have 1.5 Hilda players because the pblade, you never know.
Ah yes, pblade, the man of many teams.
Yeah, it's like every time I watch the ESL stuff, he's either one team or another, or he goes for a bit of a tried and true. So
He basically
knows
has
what
one
works.
team per opponent at this point.
Yeah, and we're gonna see him today, so who knows what he's gonna be playing.
Oh,
Monkey, can you help me untangle this cable? Yeah, sure, just bring it here. I'll do it real quick. Just fax it to me.
sorry, just give me a second.
Yeah, no
minute
problem, no rush.
thing, and then end up trying to update some stuff on PlayStation, which is a bit annoying.
Oof. Happens.
Yeah, are you still with your cheer team?
I've been
Or are
mixing
you
it up a
trying to
bit.
mix it up a bit more?
Yeah, I've been playing Makoto Mika. That's really recently, and then not as recent, but I've also been playing Naruto. Naruto U. That's it. Naruto U.
Oh, that's an interesting team. So it's just more of an all-rounder balance. You're trying to play a bit more on the neutral side.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks.
That's Kurogane,
Is it-
by the way, not Shirogane.
No, you will be internally corrupted slowly, like Brassens was, until you complain on Twitter like every day that Matuko doesn't work.
Poor Brassens.
I can't believe you're giving up on Cheer. No more
I
one-touch
haven't
depth.
given up on her. I'm just, moving because I've played her for so long. I'm just seeing some other teams. It's okay to dabble a bit.
Monkey just doesn't want to admit it, but her voice gave him ear cancer.
Not true. I actually like Chie's voice.
I only can that to assume that to be a lie.
I like Cheer's Japanese voice.
Both.
And the English one isn't that bad. It's funny. It's characteristic. It has really a lot of character.
That's what I like about it.
I just imagined dblanks, like as he said, like it has a lot of character to make like huge air quotes. So.
Who is the number 10 player? Oh, right. So number 10 is probably Dutchy. I'd say Dutchy. Okay, everyone's here.
What is a number 10 player?
I did a tier list and I forgot to finish it. Yeah, you guys can start. dblanks, just make sure you're on auto pass.
Oh, right. There we go.
Yeah, you guys can start. Let me just.
Read with the Sep and Hazama. Yeah, one of the reasons we made it really harder for like Batista to play around was because Seth can push block and go right into the EX, and that was a really bad time.
Okay.
And off we go. This will be an interesting opening. Like, see who plays on point and going for the usual hard neutral to open up.
I really feel this is a matchup that can go either way. They're both around similar skill levels. I think it'll be interesting for sure to see how this is gonna go.
Yeah. If Hazama can navigate around the Yuzu normals, or if Yuzu can catch him, ready right into the block pressure, goes the switch. Happy birthday, but couldn't fully confirm off into it.
Luckily,
I'll try to go for the anti-air.
Cross combo. You can keep it safe, throw out the chains, gets catch support.
Really wanted to go for his teleport mixer, but Hazama is not allowing that by just staying in the air. Or just to try to go for the read there.
Yeah, Zack's having a bit of trouble earlier because he tried to get Hakuman out, assist out to do some things, but it's always getting clipped. But now we've got Seth Super, gonna knock down, go for the bit of mix, here comes the orb, gets caught. He was expecting a switch there, but unfortunate. Oh no. That's one of the dangerous things about the Seth orb, is that it doesn't disappear on block, so you might try to like take a risk of like poking them out, or you're going to try and eat up a mix-up that might come, and it's an easy sandwich situation there.
Yeah, the Seth orb, you need to be really you need to be super aware of it. You can never forget that it's out, because if you try do your block string and ignore it, you're definitely gonna get hit. So.
Yeah. So the one disadvantage it has in Blaze Blue cross tag battle though is that a lot of people have better mobility, so that they can hit it out much easier. Whereas in say Uni, the air mobility isn't like all that, and your best option is usually homing, and it's harder to knock it out. So like a lot of people have back dashes, air dashes, and like can manipulate their movement to hit the orbs out. But yep, that's 1-0 going to Zaveid.
Zaveid going a game up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like for Zach, he just had a lot of issue trying to get his assist game going. Zaveid has always been good at like stopping it. And like even though Yuzu has great normals, like there's a risk of like if you want to call out Hakumen in neutral, you have to like stop pressuring him, and that's where Hazama and Seth can start playing around in the air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we see what kind of opening. Yeah, to see what kind of opening. Again, jump JAs, JVs. Goes for a switch, gets it out this time, but Hazama just been that tricky of a character, just like dances around a lot of everything.
Yuzu has the tools to sniper though. Gets him actually with an RDP.
Oh,
I see.
You hate to see that happen. You're like, oh, I blocked that.
Last match after the last burst of Hakumen where he came in solo, he just dashed up to Seth and just pressed wall sunsetty. It's like at some point Zack kind of just stopped. No!
Oh no!
What happened
Feels
there?
bad. She has a hitbox apparently.
But so far back. Oh, gets both of them.
Happy birthday, and that is dead. Oh no! You hate to see that happen.
Actually gets both with the active switch sunsetty.
Yeah, a complete turnaround, like
Yep.
in that match. It's high damage. There was a couple of bad bursts coming in from Zaveid, which has cost him a lot. But there was a number of times the wards came out. A few bit of decisions, like that's the risk of when you try to punish a super. It's like, are they going to super themselves, or are you going to let it fly? And he took the risk. He wanted the damage, and unfortunately, did not pay off.
Yeah, there are so many supers in this game that always have some weird jank hitbox behind them that you don't expect. I think Gord is like that as well. I don't think it's as bad or as big as Yuzu's.
I mean, I'm not even surprised. The whole Yuzu as a whole is like in terms of hitbox is just a fucking farce.
Yeah,
yeah, she's got a lot going on.
Yeah, there's that. The number of times I just slapped myself in the face because, oh man, I wanted to punish the super with a meaty normal, but I just got clipped. It makes me scared, you know. Sometimes it's better to just play the neutral game again. But do you really want to play a neutral game against Yuzu again?
Yeah, exactly. The teleports.
I just wanted to say against Yuzu, there's likely no such thing.
Exactly. It's really difficult. Like, it's like you try to catch her and then suddenly she teleports and you're in the sandwich situation with assist. That's a scary thing with like it.
Gets the raw vengeance in there.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, it's like earlier where Seth is like push block killer. Like you push block, go into the EX thrust and bam, caught in. But goes for the plus flames. Gets us orb out.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough comeback, I feel. And he used Resonance early, which is really going to hurt him late game.
Yeah, the thing is that he's only got Resonance 1 as well. He's actually like really stripped of resources and damage potential against basically 2 full HP characters.
Yeah, and goes down because of it.
Yeah. And Seth is a character that he works really well solo, but like he needs to get a really good clean hit to start his loops going, and it's really hard as a solo character.
Yeah, but also, I don't know if this will become a factor in this matchup, but Seth is a character I feel who he benefits a lot more from rampage time than other characters do. So playing against someone like Ro, he is very happy to just play super passively and stall you out until it gets to rampage time, and then spend all his meters on neutral skips and orbs.
Yeah, definitely. Like, those orbs are some of the most suppressing like neutral tools he has. EX throwing out 3 of them just cleans the screen, and it makes it really hard to navigate.
I mean, in this matchup, that shouldn't be as relevant one because Hakumen still exists on the screen, and he doesn't really give two shits about those.
It's a 50-50 because if he manages to slash them, it's like I got free protection in neutral. But if he messes up, like even a single hit from the orb means that, oh no, like it's actually coming in for damage. the hit stun on like the orbs are so massive. Like it's nothing to be jest off. You could follow up full screen quite easily. And again, a strong start from ZackCC.
Oh,
Yeah,
just drop
that was a
Oh.
free super. The the time pause, easy super.
Oh, 6p? Yes.
Oh no!
Yes. Oh, DP.
Unfortunate. This is gonna be a dead set.
That's a sickness both of them have. Like just at some point, just the DP button gets pressed.
Yeah, it happens. Honestly, I'm surprised Zack isn't the first one to do it, because Zack is known for his very aggressive DPing.
That was a quick one.
Yeah, so that goes. That's 3-1 to Zack so far. Zaveid is having a bit of a trouble in the neutral. Every time he gets caught, he gets in a situation where I feel like he wants to try to get out of the sandwich situation, tries to burst. But the scary thing is that Hakumen is a high damage character. Like you get hit by his stuff, you're losing a lot of life.
Yeah,
And Yuzu's
especially
just
Seth, who doesn't have much life to begin with.
Yeah, exactly, and it's all very fragile. He just looks for the defensive situations as much as he can, but like if you can't outplay the neutral, then it's just a hard time.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you've seen it time and time again. It's like when you get put in the pressure and Yuzu teleports, the assist is coming out, and you put in the sandwich right in immediately. And Yuzu has really good options into like the switch mix-ups, and everyone fears the Zandetsu from Haku.
Of course. Ooh, gets a counter hit here.
The
Ah,
famous
burst.
left unblockable.
And the thing about Hakumen's burst is if he bursts high enough, you can't punish him. Like even a Naoto 4P can't reach.
Unfortunately, he messed up the DP punish. I think this is kind of very crucial. He needed to get that momentum possible. Now comes the orb.
Oh, catches him again. Switching into Seth.
Was this what's an extension of the vengeance assist? I didn't see that at all. Oh, picks him up.
I think Zaveid was expecting the orb to at least put Zack into block stuns, but unfortunately was not. Gets caught by the assist and like capitalizes off.
Ooh, gets him. Goes into super. Interesting. I wonder why he went into super straight away.
Oh no. Oh, another bad burst.
Oh,
Sometimes
messed
in
up
that
the combo.
situation is like you either like make a burst attempt or you're just gonna lose a character. He had all the meter to just kill.
Oh,
Okay.
didn't want to deal with the mix-up. Just supered.
Is he gonna spend it? No, he keeps
Nah,
it.
I don't think it would have killed.
It wouldn't have killed, but it would put him in a definitely good situation for when it's just one hit kill.
we just got to witness a 236 Yuzu 236C actually whiff.
As a rare
Oh,
occurrence. What a bait!
that is a dead Seth.
Man, Zack
Plus
is feeling
Flame goes for
himself
the grabs. Yeah, once Hakumen parries your incoming, plus frames on him, and it's a mix-up opportunity for Hakumen.
Yep.
It's like I understand. At least I can feel Mr. Zaveid here sometimes, especially when in Hakumen, especially when that's Dyni's stands too close, close to me, a bit too close to comfort, and just kinda does nothing. I just randomly DP sometimes too. It's like out of fear, out of pure intimidation.
Hakumen is a character that can really put the fear of God into you.
Definitely, it's like we haven't even gotten to things like Yanagi
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. We haven't seen I don't think we've seen a Yanagi yet. And like,
No.
if you're a grounded character who focuses a bit more on the ground game rather than the air game, that's something he puts the fear in God into you. Like Yanagis, and you push a button, it's like, oh, why did I do that? And you try to DP or like do another option.
Yeah, that move definitely makes you feel like an idiot. 99% of the time.
Yuzu, it's like Zack gets one back.
Oh no,
The
got
DP?
hit for the DP. Here
Doesn't
comes
work.
the damage.
Or
Goes
pierces.
straight in the full charge super.
Oh, that's
Big
really
damage.
cool.
Man,
Yes, cool.
uses jump
Here's the loop.
can drag that out pretty long.
There's the
Nagi!
Yeah, now we're just back to playing neutral game. That one thing like really good with Hazama is that he's really good at dancing around the air, like avoiding all the mixes. He's often like out of the ranges. He's one of the more trickier characters to catch, and he more forces mistakes where you try to like chase him, and you end up getting sandwiched or hit by an assist because yeah, he's too out of reach.
Oh, just did go for this. He didn't pay off.
Opts to switch back into Hazamov because of the 4 HP. Seth is like bleeding, and one touch is pretty much dead for Seth. But this is looking much better for Zaveid at the moment. Like he had troubles with the first couple of matches after the first.
Tries to kick the Hawkman away. It doesn't work at all.
Horde
I mean,
Engine has no invincibility, so like often you trade, and usually if you trade, it means you actually recover faster, which is the funny thing.
It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that Hazama players care.
Yeah. Okay, Zaveid getting another one. 4-2.
And that's empirically proven, since there are exactly 2 Hazama players and both don't give a shit.
Yeah. So Zaveid, like finally controlling the neutral much better this match, has managed to pull out the win.
Yeah, I noticed that he was getting more hits in, landing more counter hits, and just general better chain placement. So hopefully he's able to keep that up in the next match.
Get ready.
Yeah, definitely. It's like Zack had a much bigger challenge, like trying to chase down, and the more mistakes open. He had like full screen trade to navigate around a sandwich situation and managed to get clipped ZackCC a number of times, stop the cross combo.
Escape from crossing fate.
One thing about, so yeah, you saw it there. So Yuzu has assist TP, but the thing with this team is that Hackman is very horizontal. He doesn't have much vertical reach, unlike someone like a Hilda 4P. So being in the air kind of just stops that mix-up entirely.
Definitely. Yeah, that's one of the weakness, but overall, like with the support of Yuzuha, he just covers that bit vertical where she's much more air horizontal. But Hackman.
Oh, gets the hit, but yeah, too high up, I think.
He could have taken him there, it's like just press the button a bit too slow. Avoids the snake.
Zack needs to be careful with his assist scores because Yuzu is bleeding pretty badly at the moment.
Yeah, you don't want to autopilot or an assist and end up just killing her.
Did go for an absolute classic Yanagi into DP, even though he was not even close.
Oh,
no.
bad burst point. He goes into super.
Yeah, just to make sure. You're never ever sure. Like sometimes you get that tiny pixel.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
you just want to make sure you get the kill no matter what.
Now, Seth players are allowed to do this. This is just the super is basically just that.
Oh man, this is definitely a really, really hard time for Hakuman. Oh, Yanagi gets blocked this time.
What? Okay, it's got clipped by the.
It's a weird interaction. Oh, gets him coming down with the normal. Gonna be able to bring him to the corner. Not gonna be able to kill, but gets some good mix up.
DP, nice.
DP,
Oh, baits! Ah, not enough.
sand hits, gets hit, no follow.
Just do it again.
Oh, so this is cuts the chain.
Right. That's a
Really,
projectile.
really. Yeah, that was a really, really difficult situation for Hakuman. Unfortunately, not one of the mobile characters in the game. Very slow, hard-hitting characters, and against 2 of the highest mobility characters in the game. So Zaveid just basically dancing around the whole field and just forcing mistakes.
Yeah,
Chipping out Hakuman.
I see someone in chat asking, is cross tag easy to get into? And yeah, it really is. It's like very simple and easy to get into.
It is, but it can be frustrating if one starts because this,
Yeah, for sure.
this game is easy to learn, but it punishes you very hard for making any mistakes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. This game
There's
also
a-
than others,
yeah.
damage is very high.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuances between each character that you might get caught out of unless you like know how the character fundamentally plays. Otherwise, it's genuinely easy to play.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, just gonna
Again?
charge.
Oh, missed it this time. Oh no.
Ooh, trade.
Yeah, that was a big whiff on like damage right there, and loses quite a bit of pokey situation he wants to do as well.
Okay, but drops.
Gets have some of that. Unfortunately, he tried to slash the orbs, wasn't able to this time as well. One thing like really good for Seth is that if Hackerman slashes the main orb, it doesn't actually create self-field, which actually sucks for him. Another orb comes out, doesn't challenge it again.
Oh, he cuts the orb.
With the assisted Sansetsu.
Fully
Gets it
charged.
this time. Switches out to Hazama, plays much more of a keep away game.
Oh,
Oh, nice block.
yeah, big punish here.
Yeah,
Can he pick
one,
up? Yeah, he gets it.
one issue Zaveid has is at the moment is like if you look at his resident gate, it's only at
Oh, you-
1.
We baited the wrong super this time.
Yeah, what an incredible bait. No
knew.
invincibility.
Oh no, Hortensian, a double-edged sword. But on the other hand, manages to get the chain clips in and takes out Hackerman.
Yeah, Zaveid is definitely, you can tell he's feeling a lot more comfortable now. 4P.
Oh,
And one thing I know, because I fought Chell, is that Hackerman or Hazuma's Oki game is actually really scary. He has
Yeah.
a number of things he can do.
If he has you in the corner, you're gonna have some. You better gonna have some good reaction there.
Yeah.
the other thing
be
you got to
better-
be careful of, like Hazama has a command grab as well.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
people kind of forget sometimes because he's always flying around the air, but then he comes up and commands grab you and like, oh yeah, he has that, doesn't he?
Also, you have to kind of know how his high-low thing works. I don't know what it is called.
Oh, his stance into the high and low.
Yeah, so that you have to read that. I think Monkey, you said it last time that you have to block high and react to low or something like that. I still don't remember.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
asking, and Zinzin told me that you can react to the low, but you have to, so yeah, block high and then react to the low, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the highest are much faster and harder to react to. The low it's got a much slower animation which like you can react to.
Okay, so it's similar to Noel's drive in that way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gets you Hawkman 2C.
Baiting the burst there. Oh no.
Fortunate burst. Time
It gets the 5B.
Unfortunately, stood up there, probably rightfully expecting a Sansetsu there.
Oh,
Oh
gets
no.
hit.
Is he gonna save Hazama or lose Seth?
Seth's gone.
Keep it.
Could it be that you're
Oh.
a bit behind?
ZackCC working on a perfect at the moment. Nice DP. Oh no, Xantets doesn't block the low, so never forget Xantets is a high into a low.
Yeah, if you block the high, blocking the low is pretty free, but I mean, I've seen more than once where people block the high and then, I don't know, just forget, fall asleep at the wheel.
And that's dangerous, especially
Yeah, sometimes you think if you block the high, you could start moving and punishing, but it's not always the case. It's not usually the case. It's a bit tough to like get out in that string because it's quite airtight.
Yeah, so you were talking about like how in this game, like it's easy to get into, but there are certain things that you need to know, certain like knowledge checks, and yeah, that's one of them. And there are little things like that scattered throughout this game.
Yeah. So in the case where Yuzuha punished the burst, it's actually her 5B, which is also anti-air. which is very, very versatile. So it's actually really difficult because it's also one of I'm continuing my combo using this button, but also if you burst like just before that, like I still hit you.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
We're already at 5-4.
Yeah.
This has been quite even at the moment, even though ZackCC took a couple games in early matches. Zaveid has managed to bring it back quite well.
Zack looked very commanding the first 3 games.
Punished, yep. Santetsu, like long animation. If you manage to whiff it, you're gonna get punished.
Oh, gets.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. You actually got the chain to hit Yuzuya, but he comes in only to hit the assist instead.
Zack was matching DP there. Oh, good burst.
Oh, gets the chain hit.
That was such a weird chain hit.
He barely even only confirmed that. Oh, is another rush.
Oh no!
What?
Are you shitting me?
And he gets the combo as well?
Oh,
What?
I think he was like, imagining, no, I'm not in a position to block fast enough, so I have the DP, and it just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, I feel like DP was the right option. That should have worked, but
I mean, people are still not believing me that when I say user's busted, but look at the screen.
I think it's the case that Seth's DP was just too quick. That because it comes out as too quick, he recovers a bit more faster than usual. Whereas if you look at other characters where, like, say, Hyde's DP lasts like quite a fortune, like it just didn't have enough of a vulnerability to actually punish it.
Yes, true. It was already all the bits. Like you could see that he was already fairly high up in the air as the super came. So
it's more of the active frames that, like, the TP wasn't able to like just keep going.
I mean, that's what I meant. It's like it was already. It was not at the beginning stages of the animation.
Mm.
When that super flash hit.
Yeah, and if you have like DPs like that, sometimes you're a bit disheartened to like use the DPs because like in situations like that, it's like yeah, correct decision, but like my DP sucks, and so what else do I do in that situation?
yeah, not all DPs are made equal in this game for sure. There are some DPs that are so absurd, and then some that are so sad. Thinking about Labris specifically. Oh, unfortunate. Speaking of DPs.
Oh!
No, this is humongous damage.
Oh, that's
One kill.
Drops the combo.
Combo.
Should be a
Opts to
punish,
block it.
right? Yeah.
He autopiloted further anyway. And will pay
Yeah.
for it.
Just play it safe, like don't try to like maneuver it in case he does get clipped and then he loses or basically always life from a more super. Yes. So Seth is like really good at punishing any whiffs because of that full scene thrust he does, and it's just really difficult to actually stop.
Okay, so Pete was unleashing an onslaught of pressure in the corner there. Zack just busting out. Oh, the DP actually gets the hit.
Had to make a kill.
On that counter.
Oh!
Oh no,
High.
Zantetsu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
feel...
wanted to save Azamba.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it hurt him that he didn't manage to like kill Hakumen in that sequence, but
Ooh,
you
gets
can
the
even
hit.
this up. This is big.
Resonance?
Goes
Yeah.
for the resonance. Yeah. That wasn't able to finish the combo, but still manages the kills. This has actually become a match.
Yeah.
One touch from both of them.
Oh, gets
goes
him.
for the read.
But messes up the conversion, unfortunate.
No. He was just slight off 2 bars for super.
Oh,
tried it again.
And
no.
was just trying to Astral.
Rip. I love that Astral, actually. I think that's a pretty cool Astral.
What I just wanted to say is it's a bit plain.
Yeah, I mean I like the simplicity,
Sportsmanship is focused totally on strength, and that's
but that's just
dangerous,
me.
especially
I'm
when
a
it's
simple man.
If you get too worked up, you might end up chopping something or someone important to you.
Okay, so Zach kind of pulling ahead. He's got a 3-game lead right now.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of heartbreaks coming from what Zaveid had to face, like failed DPs, couldn't finish the combo, and with that final hit, which cost him. And he's probably a bit like mentally shaken a bit. Just needs to take a bit of time and just figure out, okay, I'm not gonna like drop these again because
Yeah,
we've still got quite a lot of matches to go through. And it's all about these long sets, about adapting to what your opponents do, just iron out your combos and making sure that you're just being more consistent overall.
yeah, absolutely. And Zaveid also does have other characters and teams that he plays, so I'm curious if we're going to see any of those. Honestly, I don't think so, because Seth Hazama is his strongest team in my opinion, but it is very possible. He's done it before, so we'll see.
I think the fear of like switching team in the quite late of the set is that usually with the early number sets, you're trying to feel out to see what works. But when you switch into a team which you've been a bit comfortable with for the couple of matches, it means that readapting to how you want to play again.
Yeah, there's definitely a big risk to it, and is honestly why I would advise if you're gonna try out different teams, do it earlier in the set to try and gauge what works while there's still some matches to kind of throw away. But I mean, I don't know, right now Zaveid's only got Seth. He might need to think about something new.
Very healthy Seth, but one thing Zaveid has trouble with is building his resonance gauge. It's always been around 1 or 2 by the time he loses a character. He's had trouble to like make good neutral assist calls or even follow up because of how dominating this neutral Yuzu is. This is a difficult situation, and yeah, he has to force mistakes with the orbs. Nice DP there. Gets clipped, and that's the game.
It's gonna be it. So Zach up 8 currently. Zaveid's still on 4.
Your swordsmanship is focused totally on strength.
Yeah, I mean Zaveid plays a really strong neutral game, but one touch from Zach, and man, he's losing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Zach's opening is much more stronger as well. The normals from Yuzu, just clipping him, the JAs, even the normals like 5B, which is a bit more anti-air, and then comes up in a certain angle, which hits a bit more higher than most 5Bs, and you could clip him from like unexpected angles. But he's just using the JAs that it's just really hard to like dance around, and once he catches them, the assist comes out, and it's the sandwich situation again.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? So I think the Yuzu, as you were saying, the JA from Yuzu is really good at kind of dealing with Hazama flying around the air because it's just so massive, right? It kind of reminds me of Jin's JB, where it's just very big and like it's just she just sticks it out there, and you can't. It's hard to like trying to maneuver around it just because of how big it is.
So someone's asking, is Yuzu or Hakumen a team that's commonly played? I think Europe has a very diverse amount of characters played because it's not. But there's very common characters that are played, such as Hilda, but everyone plays a lot of different mixes. So Hazama is usually an uncommon pick as well, but more specifically as Zaveid type of team he enjoys. I think it's all finding the character you enjoy to play because the roster has got a really large cast of characters of different playstyles.
One has to say though that Hakumen once was a very common character.
Yeah, not so much these days, but
It also depends which region you are from, because the picks tend to be wildly different depending on where you're playing.
Oh no!
Look the cross up. You gotta look for the screen movement to see if she's gonna cross off or same side. Which I mean, even if you're aware of it, like you're probably not gonna be able to block it every time, especially online.
Yeah, it's also the situation is that you get blocked. You may block the cross up, but there's probably a sandwich situation coming because you see commonly assist core, and then you'll put into another 50-50.
Messes up. Really big drop. Just goes into super. I think maybe
He
he
wants
was.
the damage.
Yeah.
And
just gets
gets
hit by
the deep read.
Okay, this is it. Zach, 9-4. So set point.
Your swordsmanship
If
is
Zaveid
really
wants
on
to do something, he needs to do it now.
I mean, he still has he has especially trouble with playing with the Seth. He, if I remember correctly, he has another team. To roll.
Yeah, he does. I think Hazama Susano, I believe.
Wasn't it Hyde?
Wait, it was? I don't know. I think he has more than one.
I just remember too. It's like so we might no, okay, he's staying. It seems like he's sticking with Seth.
Yeah. Just play what you're confident in, you know. Play it to the bitter end. I respect it.
Yeah, Hyde. Rasta plays Hyde Yosuke, if I remember correctly. That was a very interesting team that plays.
Yeah, it's man.
Yosuke is definitely a character that you kind of have to understand, otherwise you just get hit by the flips
Yeah,
and the lows. And
Rasta is very good as well with that team, which
even when you understand how it works, it's still hard. But
did you ever play Rasta much, dblanks?
I don't think I played him with his current team.
Okay, he's still playing Hyde Yosuke. Did he have a team before that, or?
I think he played Jubei.
I think he played Jubei, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It was early to 2019.
Yeah, that was during the Arc Tour. Is that the team he played?
It was like 1.1 to early 1.3, and then he vanished. From
I
the
think land of Guilty Gear.
Yeah, he focused on his Guilty Gear career, and he did really well. Like, he's a solid player in quite a lot of games. He does really well in BBCF. He's really strong forced in. He plays Platinum in BBCF and forced in Guilty Gear.
Interesting.
He also plays the pony game, I think.
Oh my lord.
Ooh, neutral skill.
Damage.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
That was a throw counter, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
what?
Just like that, we have our first winner of today's first to 10s. ZackCC is your champion. Okay, that 10 is kind of...
ZackCC managed to hold the neutral quite well and has been suppressing Zaveid a lot with usually normals, which he had trouble navigating around. Like, the JA is keeping around the horizontal, the JB keeping a bit lower than the more air to ground, and it's just been difficult for him to actually get his Hazama out of that range. But congratulations to ZackCC for taking the first to 10.
Yeah, and just like that, we will move on to our next one. So, next up, if you can read the Twitch chat, you will know, is Dutchy versus Dyni. This will
another
be
hack.
Yeah, 2 hackermans. It'll be our second first to 10.
Actually, I'm really excited to see Dyni play. I was like, we want to see Dyni play fairly often since he streams a lot, but it's like I always find it fun to see. I'm kind of I'm not nothing against Dutchy, but it's like I'm kind of disappointed that Rasta didn't come because I wanted to see how the Rasta against Dyni thing would go. Since the Dutchy versus Dyni matchup is once we have seen before, I think. I don't think I've ever seen him play against Rasta.
Alright, so I'm currently waiting for the players to join.
Yeah, I was just messaging them the keyword, so I've done that now. They should be joining any moment now.
Another thing is that it will be interesting to see which of his teams Dutchy will be going for. When we know what Dyni is gonna play, but Dutchy has like 4 teams, and I think the tank team could be a bit awkward here.
Yeah, how come?
as like because like Dyni is very proficient with both of his characters. He plays them for a long time now, and Yang works really well against Akatsuki, and I was at least told Hakumen works really well against the tank.
Interesting. I mean, I could see that, to be honest. Tank's all about the zoning with projectiles, and I mean, Hackman, of course, has the counters, and he can cut projectiles. So.
On the other hand, the tank is a I just want to say walking, but driving a Yang deletion machine. So you have to be really careful in that matchup if you're Yang, because if you awkwardly use your armor once, your health bar's just gone.
Also, it's like with Dutchy, he has a potential unblockable setup as well. Like,
not potential. We're gonna see that a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna see that.
Yeah. Akatsuki's quarter circle back B, like his free kicks, like it locks down characters quite a lot. That you could, because the last hit is an overhead. Most other teams can go for an unblockable setup if you don't push block. Whereas like for the tank, like you just slam down the ground and off you go.
With this team especially, since you can fire the Bitatsu goes very far, so you can fire it from fairly far away, active switch out, and the tank doesn't have to move forward to do this. So you can do this. You can do it fairly early. So you kind of, and you have which on the other hand forces if you see that coming out, you have to evade the Bitatsu that is flung at you. So it can be very draining on your meter. Oh, he switched out the tank team. So what we just said is redundant.
Yeah. So I was playing him yesterday, and he was playing Yosuke Adachi, which I think is a very good team. It's very good at jailing you into BZO. So what the team can do is AZO plus Yosuke 6P and then do BZO, and Yosuke can go in after that and mix you. We're definitely going to see that now. I don't know how effective it will be against Hackerman, but it's definitely a very good option that the team has.
Yeah.
I remember having a really weird interaction with the Void and the BZU. I think I had it once that it outlasted it, but I'm not sure anymore. Yeah. Oh, Dyni already in trouble with his Yang.
Yep, but one thing about Dyni's team is it can hurt, so...
It really hurts. Like we have seen Dyni like janking out 18k into a character, just casually.
I had to burst there.
Okay, misses the pickup after the moonsaults. Oh, it goes.
Oh no, go straight for the super catching. The thing is that Yosuke is one of the hardest characters to anti-air. You try the anti-air and he just flips and catches you from behind and just blows up. Yeah. I think that was a Yuki Kaz there. Like he wanted the counter super, but he crossed up and it came back with Shipu instead.
And there were two things in a row that went really badly for Dyni. For one, the Woohoo super is punchable if Yang is in the air, so you can just punch that away basically. And I think it was far enough away that he could just have kind of pressed JB, I think. And the second one is like, imagine trying to 2B with Hakumen and Moonsault. It's not gonna work. that thing is such a sad button in terms of upwards and backwards setbacks. Like there's just none for both of these. So if you just took a Moonsault, that button is just not valid.
Yeah, that's one of the things about this matchup, right, is Yosuke's mobility and Hackerman's lack of mobility is so, like, jarring, so I just don't know how Hackerman is supposed to catch this little boy.
To 10 seconds in, Dutchy in danger. It's like, if Dyni gets started, you are in danger.
Oh, he messes up his meaty. Oh, super.
What?
He crossed up and he definitely wanted to like do the other. There it is. That's the secret he wanted.
Oh,
unfortunately, no punish. Yeah.
She's armored there. Like, why did the kunai hit?
I don't know.
So Itachi's 6p is really good, but at the same time, it's very easy to hit out sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like someone just doing a regular anti-air just like clips it. Or like some characters can just standing for like 5A or 4A and it just beats it, and you're like, what in the world?
Yeah, I've seen that many times. If you're gonna use Adachi 6p, I feel like you need some sort of plan behind it rather than just throwing it out. You need to like maybe use it to cover something.
Oh, nice. I actually didn't know which side because Yang was basically on top of Adachi there. And
Yeah.
it could have been left or right. It wasn't a matter of sandwich situation. It was a 50-50.
Yeah, those are the those are the next level
Straight up
mix-ups.
50-50.
Didn't he almost threw something away? There's like he missed the kill on the Yosuke. It's such a silly manner. He could have basically just supered, but it's like he was cheap on meter, wanted to do it for 1 with an extension perfect bombshell into perfect bombshell pickup, but it's like just kind of with that. I don't even know if he just wanted to super there and just pressed C instead of B. I don't know, but it looked kind of silly. Oh, gets this.
So here's one big problem with Adachi's like Zeodyne, the A version, is that if you hit the persona, he just stands there for like forever.
Yeah, he's super open. Oh, gets him low.
Negative on the 5BB. Didn't particularly do anything out of it, but he was not in this good situation. Gets crossed up.
Oh, just gets hit by the run. Gonna be able. Oh no, he doesn't actually get to convert off of it.
Just 5B. That will always work.
Oh no, gets clipped.
Okay, that did hit. For a second, I thought I was gonna drop, but no. Able to kill Yosuke. Oh,
Try to go
mashes.
for the spots.
Nice confirm.
Oh, it doesn't block high. And this is gonna be actually. Oh yeah, this is gonna be death.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Oh, never mind.
Combo. Commentator's curse.
Of course.
Getting A09. Oh no!
Oh
That's
no.
DP too early.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, this is. Oh, I
Now
hate
this
to
is
see it.
scary
Oh,
for Dyni.
oh.
Uh-oh.
Actually gets
He can kill. Yeah, EX. Another EX. Or go straight into super.
Just catch
Yeah,
up.
Hitachi is a really strong solo character as well. He's got really strong JB, which covers so much like air to ground. But also, like if he clips you, like he can go into like quarter circle forward C, 236 C loops, and he just like loops you for damage and can like easily 10k solo.
Yeah, the character has surprisingly high damage output, which is something that took me off guard when I first saw him in this game.
Yeah, Adachi is just a character like he's just fundamentally strong all around. He's got a really strong projectile. He has really strong switch like options. He has like a hit grab which allows you to do like shenanigans like power charge cheer.
Oh
And
yeah.
we haven't even gotten to things like Heat Riser where he actually buffs his damage as well.
I mean, we have just saw the one bad thing about him, and that's his DP, which is hilariously bad.
His DP is very bad.
Yeah.
Oh, this misses the Yanagi pickup. Oh, what?
Cuts
First
the
of all,
kunai.
we see kunai is actually being used, and then it gets cut.
Oh, the DP. Okay, Yosuke is one hit away from dying. Oh, and there it is.
I think you got a score for no, mixed around. Oh no, yeah, that's right.
No, I think
Yeah, that's
Dutchy.
pretty good, yeah. And that was a really fast game coming
Yeah.
from Danny. Like Danny's team is just, I hit you, I do damage. GG's.
Yeah, the team is super explosive.
And it's really hard to burst when a Hakumen is charging Shippu as well. Like the point character is just basically doing 3 damage, and if you burst, like if they get hit, Shippu hits them. If they don't burst, they just take more damage, and it's a really pretty rough situation.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose, right? Okay,
Okay,
so
now we have the Karnov team.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm I'm fairly interested in see how that goes because I said like this is ooh gets a reflector already. Young doesn't give a shit about that, and eats a full eats a punish in the corner. Try to find
what a man! Just like 2-3-6 B and just goes for it. Like, that's
Dutchy's Akatsuki in a nutshell. It's like he just kind of goes for those tattoos.
Yeah. I B-tattoo my way out of a lot of problems.
Oh, waiting because he knew.
Wait, is the 5A is that physical?
The tank 5A.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Because it was not voided by the Hakumen to be there. I don't know if that's because of Hakumen's whack hitbox didn't hit it, or if it's actually physical. I don't know.
Yeah,
solo tank. This is a rough time, and this is
the air super.
Game.
Man, the air super you rarely see it out of Hakumen because it's really not good, but it's hella cool.
I think what it does add there is just a utility, an option that if he's like catches someone in the air and he's not able to like follow up on the ground, that he has air super to finish off.
I mean, but if you with Hakumen, like usually when you hit someone that is not really high in the air, and even then most of the time you have an option to follow up on that.
Oh god, we're getting the copy pastas.
Oh!
Big start. Happy birthday. All the way to the corner as well. Gonna be able to super? Oh, no super actually.
If you play against Dutchy, you have to be ready for the round start Tatsudo. He's doing that a lot, like to the point where I commonly just press 4A.
Oh.
Round starts, like oh
the damage.
Keeps up the pressure, gets the Akatsuki.
Yeah, it's not looking too great for Dutchy at the moment. Like Yang Hakumen cleaning up this.
Try.
Oh, this is a big chance. It's gonna be big damage. Full screen. I burn. Here we go.
Gotta respect it.
Dyni giving into the young reflex of
a taste of your own medicine. But tank still goes down.
Oh, just 2 A's after that. I'm minus, I don't care.
Yeah, that's punishable. You wouldn't know it, but it is technically punishable.
That's -4.
Loots. It doesn't go to loot. Go straight in super. Do as much damage.
I mean, he was coming out of resonant activation, so it's fine, I guess.
Oh, hits by lost hit overhead. Goes for the A1. It's like minus slightly.
Yeah, just a very clean combo, and Dyni starting to grow his lead a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult with Akatsuki for this because Akatsuki isn't his Uni version. It's Akatsuki Blitzcrank version, so he doesn't follow the Uni archetype where he can reverse beat his normals.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm kind of glad, but I mean, I'm sure Akatsuki players would love to be able to.
Yeah, it's like if Akatsuki can reverse beat his normal, man, he'd be a really good character because he can mix up his like A Tatsus and other options as well. Because A Tatsu is just like slightly negative, and one thing about his parry is that his DP is that if he DPs at a certain distance, well, and then the attack hitbox doesn't reach all the way, he actually recovers instead of the follow-up attack, and there's some funny things that happen.
Dutchy said he needs a minute because his controller is doing stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. No problem. We can give him a minute.
So I'd like to use a minute. It's like that's a question for you, dblanks. I have, since I have asked this 2 Batista players and got the same answer. So I'd like to see what you say. What do you think about the Batista 2.0 crystals?
It's you don't really use it much because it's just meat intensive for pressure that is not really true.
Okay.
Sometimes I mean it's good. I feel like if it didn't cost so much resources, like you could throw it out because it's quick, and all the plus frames you get from it is really good, but it's 1 bar, and Batista doesn't particularly do that much damage.
Sorry, okay, that's what I expected to hear. Because it's like I was just surprised originally that I asked all 2 Batista players, and they immediately, like, without hesitation, both basically said, "No, that we don't use that. That it's useless. We don't do." I've seen it used once since 2.0.
It's good to try throw off your opponent and like knowledge check them because it's plus like, infinity. But at the same time, like you're blowing 1 meter, and it's really expensive, and it doesn't. And often it doesn't really combo into much at all. Like if it hits, you can combo off it. If you try to combo into it, it's not worth it to me at all.
I was like, got hit by a round start for P there. That's like, the tank for P is kind of funny, so it's really big and it comes in fairly fast, but it scales everything after it to hell.
It's counter hit A Tatsu. You can always follow up on that. Oh, that tank is not having a good life, and we're gonna have to go into maintenance after this.
Oh! That's gonna hurt. Okay.
And that is a dead Akatsuki, solo tank.
What? A 2v6C? Unlock on the tank? What?
Oh, that's
overheads.
Is there some
that 5C is sort of like he just nods his head and hits you, and you're like, all the uni characters jump, so it's more reactable. Some of the Blade 3 characters just outright does their.
Oh, that is. Oh, he got the semblance saved his ass there.
Yeah. It's like every time like Yang goes in semblance, you're like, oh, I have to back off because it's a 50-50 of Scramble, which I don't want to play, and now you might get armored by it, like her.
But there was exactly the interaction before the semblance. I meant, like, okay, she punched, tank pressed the armor button, and then Yang's health bar just disappeared.
It's like for this time around, Dyni was really good at like keeping everyone at bay. Like Dutchy was trying to get the tank going, but I just get clipped by the JB and just thought, what? No, back.
Do you think it would be worth it for him to switch back to his Adachi Yosuke, or do you think it's okay for him to still stick out with this team?
I think,
to be honest,
he should. I think I would like to see him switch to Yu Akatsuki here.
Oh, interesting.
Yu Akatsuki, okay. I think it was doing really well with Adachi Yosuke. It was just like the longer you go on, the more adept you come. But I mean he's proven right now that running the tank and Akatsuki so far has been pretty good. So,
I mean, on the other hand, I would really like to see him play his Vice team because that's the most fun team he has to see. But I think it wouldn't do well here.
Yeah, I haven't seen his Vice in a long time. But yeah, he is doing very well right now, actually. He's gonna take out Yang. One thing about his Adachi Yosuke team is that it's a lot newer than his other team, so he's still figuring out the kinks and such. So he's probably less comfortable playing that team than he is with this team. Oh, I think that's gonna be...
Adachi does like a lot of damage, but he's not an easy win character. Like you have to set up the situation for a lot of his things to work, and like a lot of characters have jump cancelable normals and a lot of different specials which put him into like different situations. Now Adachi's sometimes it's like you can easily autopilot a lot of what he does, and you get punished pretty badly for it.
Yeah, Adachi's definitely a character I feel you need to build like a good team around him to like really bring out all his strengths. Okay, gets the hit. Yeah, easy burst punish, but drops the combo. Unfortunate. Rare you see combos dropping on tank, but
yeah, that is a common occurrence because like his hitbox is so wonky. It's big, yes, but it's very horizontally big. That's something you're not used to.
Yeah,
So
I could see that.
it's like a lot of it's like for example the just the usual counter hit chain revolvers of Noel just all don't work until you just got blocked.
There's the unblockable. So beat Tatsu locking down a cut, locking down a Oh,
That's
too
no,
late.
Dutchy.
he tried to do the assist, but like the DHC, but Akashi just didn't come out of like recovery yet.
Oh, that's
So we were just mashing it.
Yeah, and then we just saw
Dyni-
that
Dyni-
crazy
Dyni-
combo coming out from Dyni. The incredible
Dyni-
setup as well.
Dini just got him bad with the Russian reset though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really unfortunate for Dutchy. Akashi just hasn't recovered to come out for the DHC, so yeah, definitely in that situation he was just mashing the partner.
Yeah, I didn't
Hoping it comes
recognize
out
it
in
was
time.
Too slow. Unfortunate. Alright,
Yeah, it just wasn't ready.
6-3 currently to Dyni. Only a 3-point gap. Nothing too crazy, but I mean the games they're running out, so he needs to come up with an answer.
Dutchy's taking time on the lobby. He's looking through the characters, like, what do I need to try?
Yeah, he's got a big character pool, so
Who
doesn't
do I
surprise
pair
me.
with Akatsuki now?
Monkey, want to mention my epic comeback versus Allah? I swear I do that every time. I think
I mean,
people are getting tired of me mentioning it. Lol.
We
so I'm
actually
sorry.
did that every time. we were together at least.
Yeah, actually, I should. I'll say it now because I don't think dblanks knows, but I did one of these first to 10s before, and I always use this as an example when someone is like down a lot. Like usually you feel very dejected, but the Lole versus Alane match was funny because Lole was down like something crazy like 9-2, and then he brought it all the way back with his Hackerman Yang against Alane, who is a very good player. Like I don't need to tell you that, you know. So I always tell people like don't feel dejected because it's very possible to make a big comeback in situations like this.
Oh no, a bad caught a Tatsu just put him right into Yang's arms.
Okay, oh yeah, good DP. Good DP right back.
Yeah,
Hits him with the
sometimes
JC.
you get, sometimes you get 10 0'd, sometimes you get like beaten up from a bad reverse comeback, but that's the nature of the games.
Yeah.
Like,
And especially BBTag, which is such like a high, fast-paced and high-damage game. Like it can swing back and forth so insanely quickly. Like anything can happen.
I think that's that,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this.
He's
got
going
two
for
bars.
it. He's going for the thing, yeah.
It's just a pixel, maybe.
No, that
No, full
Don't
on.
underestimate Yang super.
Yang is a big girl. She kills that. It's like also I am legally obliged to say since Dyni did the grab into super thing. Nice combo, Mr. Dyni.
What did he pay you to say that?
No, it's like there was like a running gag at the with PC for a long time. It's like when I knew, especially when I knew Dyni was watching, I was doing this a lot. Just to anger him, and he was, and sometimes when he and like basically and always when I did this, when he was streaming, he was saying on stream like something like nice combo or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, just go a bit back on Alanate thing. It's like one thing about like losing sometimes is that it's more understanding that this is what I need to work on to improve as a player. This is the character that I'm having trouble with, and I need to just learn the matchup more.
Yeah, 100%. So, like a big thing when you lose, like you often feel dejected and stuff, but it's important, like your mindset is really important in those situations. A good player to me is someone that when they lose, they'll like watch the replays and try and understand how to improve and what to do for next time, rather than getting upset.
Oh, he got him with the delayed the burst of embers into the extension.
Yeah,
Got
I
him.
think Danny's like pretty much downloaded a lot of what Dutchy's doing with the tank and Katsuki, that he's able to play around it a lot. I'm not sure it's like whether Dutchy will want to change back to his first team, because I think the first team was very potent. It's just that number of time he got caught, he just ate the damage. But when he did win the neutral, it was very much in his favour.
Yeah, I would like to see him try it out again, but as I said, he is like kind of a new team for him, so he might feel less comfortable. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's worth trying out.
If he feels confident and comfortable with the current team, and because it's his most like, yeah, comfort is one of the big importance I find. It's like playing the game. You make the least mistakes, and you just know how to play around it.
Yeah, right.
So it's like there is possibility that he'll be able to adapt and like figure things out, but he needs to make it quick because it's 8-3 to Dyni at the moment, and his time is starting to run out.
Oh,
Yeah, so he
you
makes
do have a team
the
switch.
change.
But not to the
You-
team you were
Oh,
thinking.
that is. Let's see if he. It's like if it doesn't work, it was not a good idea. If it works, it was good advice from me. So, okay, get some low of the Zio car. Oh, it's like
Well, there's the low unblockable.
Yep.
So the
These-
assist version is not overhead, but when he does it as a special move as a point character, that is overhead.
That's why you usually wanna active switch it when you're on point.
The thing is with these two, in tandem in particular, is if they have you in corner, they can extend corner for extend pressure for so incredible.
Yeah.
He kind of fucked it up here, but they can.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he ended with the Zio, the car, and it's just unsafe on block. Right? He wanted to try catch him in low, but
Yeah. EX1 is not unsafe on block though. Okay.
blocks.
Oh, just get slapped.
nice push spot there. He just didn't want to deal with the potential unblockable setup.
Ah, 5-18. I didn't think that pick up a tip bot. Yes, super available. Oh, he couldn't jump out of it anymore. Tatsu too long.
Yeah, too
This
committed
change
to
has
the Tatsu.
been. I say this change has been really good, but like, Hakuman still can bring it back.
Yeah,
against
this is
the
still
team.
possible for Dyni. I've
Yeah,
seen
it's
him
still
come
a
back
match.
from.
Oh, tries to
That
go
should be
for
a
the
punish, right?
ultimate.
Yeah. Okay. So it's working out so far.
Yeah, that
8-4.
U pressure is so much stronger in the corner, and he gets to play a bit more neutral because the tank is, although he has a really nice gimmick, it's just quite immobile.
Yeah.
Like, you could put all the wheels and treads on the tank you want, but like this character is not moving across the screen that much. Like, I think they focused a bit too much on the hydraulics to make it jump,
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than
They
giving
needed
it like a
the spring
Yeah.
technology. I don't know.
Oh, it punches through that 5A. I like that. It's like, imagine trying to punish.
oh no, that's not what you want to see. Happy birthday.
If Young gets your assist, it's hers. Like, you're not gonna do about that.
Oh, just
Dyni's
clips.
playing no games right now. He's not having it.
I'd say it was like working out well in the last match, and now like the complete polar opposite has happened, and there's like disaster struck.
Did he just? Okay. We just repeat off.
Oh, he baits it. Dyni knows Dutchy is very liberal with those counters. And Dyni, a person who has a counter himself, he knows the mind of someone like that and is able to scout it out, punish it, and get the kill here. Dyni on set point.
There's a certain mindset when you play Akatsuki, because like I think even when I've tried to mess around at Akatsuki, I press a DP a lot more than I should. So I want that parry situation where like it doesn't do the follow up and I can follow up with a big combo.
Yeah.
And it's just
That's definitely... I feel like if I played Akatsuki, I would definitely be trying to fish for those counters a lot more. And probably get blown up for it. So, I don't blame you.
yeah, playing Akatsuki just brings in this like radical mindset. It's like, what was I thinking? But if it hits, it's like, I am a god.
Okay, here we go. Dutchy. So, if you don't know the rules of this, you can only switch your character on a loss on this first 10. I do it just like a tournament. So, Dutchy is stuck, locked in with this team. There is no opportunity for him to switch, so let's see if he can do it.
Doesn't tech the grab, eats a big corner combo, and Hackerman comes out. Here's the mix, goes for the JC. Oh, Yanagi, your way through everything, and this is more big damage into 50-50 mix again. Yang comes out. Santetsu. Oh, there it is!
Yes,
you see what I mean? It's like
doesn't have to hold it.
Oh no, the corner game begins with these two. Ah, okay.
And she just gets hit low.
But is able to take out, gets picked up again into a super.
DHC won't kill, I believe.
No, I don't.
Oh, just tiny pixel.
Oh, why are you pressing Dutchy?
A button.
Please respect semblance.
Yeah,
I mean,
this like it.
At least it was only a DP.
Yeah, that's true. Could have been a lot worse. Oh, 2C into a super.
Again, like Danny's at full life. One bad happy birthday is game.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only like the difficult side is that Danny is only on Residence 1.
It's like, and we all know it's like,
Oh no. Here we
Baited.
go. What is...
You got Harkonnen.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that situation. Opts to like Resonance and just run away.
Yeah, backing away. The big scary man.
Oh my god, what a position
He
to avoid.
Go for the shimmy though. It's like trying to bait that reflector, I guess.
You gotta be careful though, because Akatsuki is a character that could also do big damage when he has Mira.
Yeah, absolutely.
EX. And you can follow up for this again.
Oh.
Oh, nice tech.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very fragile situation.
Oh.
You
Dyni knew, man.
Just immediately put the haha into the chat
Got him.
after that one.
Okay.
GG's. Got him. GG's.
GG's.
Wow.
Okay, 10-4. I think that was 2 10-4s. So, yeah. Oh, Dutchy's readying up. I don't think he knows. Hold on, let me break the bad news.
The bearer of bad news to Dutchy. Don't want to be in that position. It's like, no. One more. The thing is like, one thing I like about BBTag is that because the games are so fast, like every time something happens, you're like, no, one more. Like, shake it off. You can easily go right into another match and just like, let outcome change. Is this the definition of insanity right here?
Yeah, it's definitely... BBTag can make you feel salty. Like, we were talking earlier about how it's very explosive and it can swing, like, either way. And, like, if you're on the receiving end of that, like, you get hit by a Chie power charge combo or, like, a ridiculous Hackerman combo and you just lose. Like, we all saw the Flux set versus Seth Lolol, where he just got destroyed in tournament. Like, it can feel pretty bad, and yeah, you can definitely want that rematch. It definitely brings that mentality out in people.
Yeah, it happens a lot because I know Flux also plays Marvel, and he's also in the infamous clip where Coach C grabs in with Nova as 0 against his 0, and he just quickly goes back to character select because that, yep, I'm named. Next match. It's sometimes like this game is like Marvel as well. It ends so quickly, things blow up, and it's more like, yeah, that's the game, it happens, rather than spending sometimes like, I don't know, 3 minutes in a match in 3 rounds, like
especially
slogging it off.
Especially with Dyni, you have often, on the other side, you have, especially with players like Dyni, you have often have the situation where we saw that in the game, in the games a few times, where you just kind of get clipped, and then you know, okay, I'm just gonna see my character die now for the next 10 seconds.
So yeah,
Better die with one 12k combo rather than play versus Hilda. Hilda is just, what a fun matchup.
Fun, yeah.
I think it's like a lot of people saw Hilda come into BBTag and it's like, oh no. And then their worst fears came true where they gave her all the tools they didn't want her to have for this game. Like
Dude,
5B
Hilda...
force.
Hilda is
screen,
such
full
like
screen,
a contentious topic. In EU, I think everywhere besides NA, everyone is pretty much in agreement that yeah, she is really strong. Probably one of the strongest characters in the game. Has so many tools, but NA, they're still like, this character is weak, has a lot of weaknesses. She doesn't have any fast normals sort of deal. So yeah, there's that like divide of people that think Hilda's strong and people that don't.
We have this discussion since basically with different topics, but we have this discussion basically since with different characters, but basically since 1.1 or something like that with VA with NA, and we have already learned NA is always wrong when it comes to late.
No comment. I've got NA people watching the stream probably. I just want you to know that I don't agree with Razi. Okay. I won't say you're always wrong.
I have the stance since I was told from Americans in 1.5 that Harkonnen is bad.
Wow. Wait,
all
who
I'm
said
gonna
that?
say is that,
and that was right before I did go for another round of getting blown up by Dyni, so that hurt my feelings.
I see.
all I have to say is that everyone is like open to their own opinions. Just some opinions are not as good as others.
True.
Like, we're all winners, but some more winners than others.
Also, what is this?
Well said.
Did people like press the random button again? Do we actually get to see an Ori?
There's no way. There's no shot.
Oh man, but it's like
Ori
the thing is, well, Ori works because like, remember the Japanese player with the Ori and Isayoi team, like putting in work. Like it's possible if you can make it work. Yeah, Shige, that's the one. If you can make the team work, then you could like go miles with it.
No Ori today though. And an interesting thing, let me give some background to this set. So when I was setting like this first to 10 up, I was originally only planning to have 2 matches, which the 2 we just had. But pblade actually came to me and requested, hey, do you mind if I fight Ro on stream? And I was like, you know what, sure, get in here. So I'm curious as to why he wanted to fight Ro.
Probably a test run for this team against him for the dojo fighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's trying to limit test himself here.
I think it's like, yeah, I think this taking this time to use this first to 10 right before the matches coming into the weekend is just a good way to just get warmed up and understand like what can I do and what are my options. I'd like to see say King Rasta like had come here, but like circumstances for him which may not able to control, wasn't then able to participate. But
yeah, unfortunately Rasta was busy. He said that he would be free like later, either tomorrow or later in the weekend, but fortunately I'd already set up all the different matches and I didn't really want to move everything around. But we can definitely have Rasta on next time. He's definitely a fan favorite.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, this is a dead Yumi. So Yumi is like, Yumi's a solid character overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
She can force like, she's got a lot of solid tools, and some people say like, although she's like pretty ice and cold, she runs a pretty dry game sometimes.
Oh god.
Oh.
I'm not gonna comment on that. I refuse.
But
that's definitely.
Yeah, Ro getting the first game.
yeah, it was a very close match between Ro and pblade. Like, one thing about Carmine is like he does a lot of damage, but definitely sometimes like all the blood he uses, like chipping off his life, like costs him quite a lot. So it can be put in a rough situation. Like, Seth is like really good at punishing like bad with normals or forcing push blocks. Hilda, man, throwing normals that go long range, and also like she can help you with set plays so well.
Yeah, she like the classic right now is having Hilda on a team with someone with a 5p that side switches, and then just running your set play game from there. It's very scary, which I'm sure you can see.
I've been like running a bit of Hilda Mika, and it's like, man.
Yeah,
like,
Hilda Mika's another one, but to be honest, not many people play. In fact, I don't think I know anyone that plays Hilda Mika. So
yeah, that was fun. Because I could learn a lot, like learning more optimal combos coming from like, everyone here.
Okay.
Okay, that is the side foot.
The thing is that with Hilda is that although her normals don't come out as fast as her characters, they cover a lot of screen, and it's so easy to get caught.
Yeah, exactly. They're very big, and she can like pressure you from full screen away. So it's definitely like very tough for a lot of characters to kind of deal with that.
Also, most of them are physical. Like a lot of them are physical, even though they are fully disjointed.
Yeah, that's also true. She's got all her, I believe her A moves are all physical.
Yeah, and T2C.
Okay,
And
yeah.
that's the most offensive one about this though. It's like I don't get why that is not a projectile.
Oh, empty
nice
low.
empty jump low. But Carmine is bleeding. He needs to switch out.
Oh, dot on.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing, right? In the corner against Hilda like that, her DP pushes her out, so you can actually steal the corner from her and avoid her DP in situations like that.
The thing is that Yumi's JC, like really close to the corner, also causes a like side switch as well.
Yeah, that's it's really tricky.
Yeah.
I can't say that I've ever blocked a Yumi side switched JC. Like, and I know it's coming, so I should be prepared for it, but it's just so weird. Like, not pressing, holding back.
It just, I mean, in the on the other hand, it sometimes just doesn't.
Yeah, she can choose as well, which is
and
even more messed up.
It's hard to see, so you kind of just guessing on that anyway.
Yeah, it's really because like if you got assist up when she does it, the man is like if either you have to block the other way or you have to expect a switch. Really tough to block, but unfortunate situation is like Hilda's like DP's like covers a lot of the screen. It's sometimes like really hard to bait it because often you sometimes like jump air dash backwards to try and like bait it, but then you get clipped by the DP because it's just that big.
The thing that makes it so good is that it's fairly safe to do.
To some extent, I think definitely like Yumi and Carmine can capitalize like if she whiffs it.
I mean, it's like in the end, it's like it's attack game, so it's fairly easy to make it safe.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he's playing the zoning game.
But you're playing it against Hilda.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not gonna happen.
So in that situation there, it's like Ro managed to DP like Yumi from like half the screen, right there. Like,
Almost did it again,
but
unfortunately just missed.
Yeah, in normal circumstances, no other character can actually like clip you from that distance.
Yeah. And
did steal the corner again.
Yeah, that's one of the situation I was talking about. And in regards to Hilda's DP, that's like one of the great debates as well, right? A lot of people like it's very slow startup, so a lot of people say it's bad, but of course it's very high and goes very far. So
I mean, you're not really looking to DP like all the time, trying to like escape super situations.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's
very
like
niche use cases.
Yeah, I think it's like with Hilda, it's like she's got one of the best reaction. I've seen you in the air, so I'm pressing this button. And like by that time, like you're like halfway in the air, and she DPs, like you're getting hit. It's really hard to navigate out of. Even if you're trying to look to do a bit of retreating and like air dash backwards, like you can get clipped.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just it's so big.
Yeah, characters like say Cheer, where they use a bit of a combination of jump cancelable normals and like air dash back and forwards to try and like throw your DP and other like normals off. Like Tilda can DP sometimes and just like covers a couple of options she has. Also, they gave like Hilda that her JC from Uni, which is like a JA, and it's just like, why? That's so big.
Yeah, her JC is kind of nuts.
Another thing with this, with Hilda, is like that's a me thing, but she has that spike that comes from her. Man, I always read on Hilda names and Hilda attack names, and then I forget them again. Anyway, that spike that comes from the wall, it's like I always block the other side when she does this. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's like I can't get rid of that habit.
Oh, I understand what you mean. Yeah. I mean, I'm used to. I guess I'm kind of used to it just because I played a bit of CF and knew in that game also had a sword that came from the other way, so you just get used to it.
Yeah.
Alright, row 2-2. Maybe this will be our most even game today, because other games, well, not complete washes. 10-4. I mean, that is quite a sizable gap.
Yeah, so it's like these two are like some of the top in Europe as well, and like there's some of the common like top players coming into the ESL as well. So they've got a really strong like background and competitive history between each other. But damn, pblades like going right in, and Row has Row's got no chance right now. Like
blue combo actually. Oh, just whiffs. Unfortunate, doesn't get that health back, which you know he really wanted. Blocks
nice
it.
block on the overhead.
This time even needed would be the right term here. I was like, he actually got a happy birthday like right out of Rowan Star this round, but is losing his life lead right now.
Yeah. And suddenly Mr. Rosen's just turned it all back. Like it's actually gone quite even. Like Carmine's bleeding a lot, throwing out all the blood.
All that Carmine damage is just damage he's done to himself.
Yeah. Oh, this is a dangerous situation. Won't kill, but got to mix.
Oh,
nice hit.
And yeah, all unburstable. Gonna DP there to finish it off. Yep. Oh, and slap shoulder.
And this is gonna be it.
Yeah, cross raid should definitely do it.
Okay. pblade takes the lead again.
Okay. No, if this was the dojo, 3-2, pblade would have won.
What?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. It's like maybe like is pblade like showing all his cards right now? Like, Row might be sitting out. Like, he's just sitting here like making some notes. Like, okay, pblade, Carmine, Yumi, annoying.
pblade, he probably has like some kind of plan. I was like, he's just showing Row this team right now that he laps against it, and then he picks I don't know, Mato Koyukiko or something like that.
Yeah, pblade is definitely known to do that. Another bit of lore on pblade is that this team is a fairly recent one, and also I believe he's using a new-ish controller. Like he made a hitbox or something for himself, and I think he's like getting used to the controls of that. So
I mean, he was playing. I think he was playing on a self-made hitbox before O2. So it's just a new one. So it's not completely new on the control device.
Okay, yeah.
So because that certainly would have taken longer to get used to if you were switched from stick to hitbox or something like that.
Bloody hell! That earlier situation where pblade push blocks, like he blocked overhead, push block, and avoided the spike low, and you're like, wow, that's Galaxy Bane right there. Like. For some reason, like they kept like Hilda's like overheads and lows on her specials, and it's really tricky to like block. Yeah,
especially when you have to block the left right as well. It's that four-way mix-up that just it explodes your brain if you try and think about it.
Heck, it's like her 5B order combo just drops overhead like hit on you, and you're like, oh jeez. And then the EXs for another pin, and you're like, oh jeez.
Yeah, at the beginning when Hilda first came out, like that was definitely something that I did not realize. I was like, wait, why do I keep getting hit? What's going on? And then it was like, oh, her auto combo, her 5B auto combo has the overhead.
Yeah, that is like annoying as well. Like I'll go back to that cheer, but like in Persona 4 Ultimax and Arena, like her cartwheel kick she does is a high-low.
Oh yeah.
High-low, and you're like, man, they got rid of that. That would have been so annoying for like.
I know that pain. Like my 5A auto combo there is my ulti speed, which is an overhead. It's just a mid now.
Yeah, which is especially weird because like I think Azrael has his overhead in his auto combo that's like actually an overhead.
Does he?
I think so, unless I'm just making stuff up.
I don't, it's so long that I have played against an Azrael. I actually don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember because back in BB is like well his good stat is just normal, but what's it called? The one he does the kick, charge kick. That's actually
What's special though?
overhead.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but I'm like talking about. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like a normal in Blaze Blue Central Fiction that's an overhead that's translated into this game as part of his auto combo, and it's also an overhead in his auto combo. But I'm not 100% sure. I would need an Azrael player to tell me.
I'm not too sure.
I'm just gonna.
I think it's like his 6C, which was like he was kind of an obvious looking overhead because he kind of like swings his arm to hit you over. But then he has, I think it's D60 or something like that, where he does like a giant stomp. And that's an overhead.
Oh, the teabag?
Like, the sentinel dump is a low.
I mean, the D60 is like the stomp, right? Like the teabag motion that he does. Like that is an overhead on CF?
I just got to look into his normals again. It's like I fight as well, and I don't particularly know the buttons.
Because I know he has one that looks like an overhead, but it's actually in low, and he's got a lot going on.
Those are his special moves. It's like the one that, like, if you hit the weak ball and he sends you flying across the screen, like then there's Hornet one, which is the like low version.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, the Hornet, he like lifts the ground, and I think that's if the other one's high, that one's a low. No, was that a high?
Azrael he's a mystery.
It's like Kara just said his 5 AAA is an overhead, and if that's true, I'm actually quite mad that my 6B is not.
By the way, just pblade won the last match before this, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I updated the score. It's showing he's won, but alright. He's making a big comeback this round as well.
He's just keeping on the pressure of those wheels. Or gets neutral jump J8 on. I actually can confirm from that distance of it. Well,
would that be enough? It's gonna be a little pixel left.
Yeah.
It's the Hiller super. That shit.
But like, the thing is, oh, never mind. I was gonna mention like get hit by the 2C, but like at this rate, it's like if Carmine has like no life left, you just go ham with the blood. Like, forget it. I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
The ex-Carmine, as the uni players call it.
Yeah.
Also that 2C is just a war crime.
That 2C is like the 2 hits, like it's funny. It also like slightly launches, so you could do some funny things.
Hiller 2C.
Yeah.
Funny.
I have a lot of
Carmine
buttons
also
to
has
like.
a pretty good 2C as well.
Oh yeah, it goes far. Every time it's like Carmine, you fight Carmine, you get clipped by the 2C, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and it hits low as well, so.
Yeah. On the bright side, at least like Hilda's one doesn't hit them.
Yeah. Oh. Trying to bait a burst, I think.
No? What's that?
Oh! Gets hit by the traps, but was you? Not too sure. I think he did the wrong super there and was trying to. Okay.
Drops the combo then? It's gonna pay for that? Can kill? No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
He needs
This
to like
does a lot
blow
of
as
damage.
much resources as possible. Like.
Just draw Crystal Prism, okay.
Like what? I can't remember the count of like how many people will like run up to try and normal, and everyone's just like, yeah, I'm super, waking up super. Like Rose done this too. this is the reverse situation because like early on in a couple of matches, like where it was like, okay, you're gonna run up like 2C with Carmine, I'm gonna like wake up super with Hilda, and now the reverse is happening. It's like I'm gonna come up, run up 5BU, and I'm gonna like encase you in a blood crystal.
Yeah, wake up Superman, it's contagious.
Oh yeah, Chell is actually right. It's like he didn't teabag on the crystal prison. That's hella rude.
I don't know. I play like it tells him to E sometimes, and like whenever he plays Carmine and he gets you crystal, he runs up to you and teabags you a couple of times, and you're like,
And you're supposed to do that. It's like
I mean,
if you don't teabag as a common player, you have no respect for your opponent.
yeah. Oh, Flames neutrals crosses through. That orb is always so scary, and like Hilda 4P is just like, I want to clean the screen. Here's the special to do it.
Oh,
gets
gets
both.
both. For 5A.
It's
5A, man.
really big.
Okay, Hilda drops out. The side should not continue because of that.
Oh, unfortunately, fails to pick up, but it's a big escape for him.
Really wants that Carmine though. Keep. Ooh, gets the Hilda there. Oh,
Like,
Raven
do as
now.
much damage as you can.
Oh, he went for the
Okay.
went for the fuzzy.
The piece in the wrong direction. Huh? Okay.
No,
Got
he
4
drops
bars,
out.
unfortunately dropped. If he can manage to land there, I think he would be able to kill. He had 4
Yeah,
bars to
me
like
too.
super
That's
into.
huge. And people are gonna be able to take this round.
No, teabag again!
Damn,
Pblade.
people are being disrespectful. Carmine players, you got a teabag when you put them in the crystal. It's the
Yeah,
etiquette.
It's actually disrespectful not teabagging
Exactly.
and just going for the clean kill.
Alright, so people are kind of running away with this. The score currently being 6-3.
Yeah, it's like, are we actually going to see another 10-4?
It's a possibility.
I mean, like, both matches in the like previous first to 10s, they all gone up to like 3 and 4, and then the other player got away with it.
Yeah,
I'm
at
pretty
first they
sure,
seem
like,
close.
yeah, pretty sure like both are really adaptable players, so like we'll see a much more closer set. But if Pepe's coming into the tournament for the weekend with this kind of momentum, I'm pretty sure like he can take it away. Like,
Yeah,
no offense on like you, Monkey. I'm confident you can do really well as well.
Not take it. Nah, there's no way. I'm losing round 1. Have you seen the players in the dojo?
Yeah.
It's super stacked.
Better not. Like, you are one of my hopes to not have to commentate on a Hilda.
We'll see.
Yeah, there's like Jaju's there. You got King Rasters and Layla, Rose there, pblade, Cat. Because we haven't even got like a Cax match recently as well. Cax match.
That's
I
like
mean, Dutchy's around and Dyni. So it's basically like everyone's like practicing for this tournament right now. Are basically playing.
I still have not seen all of the 8 players. I think the Dutchy's in, Monkey's in, these 2 are in, Truster is in.
Yep.
Rasta, Cax, Jaju.
Who's the second one from Iberia?
I'm not sure. I think they
Is it
only got
really?
1.
No, they have 2.
Oh.
Or is it just 1? That
Oh
would
yeah,
be
no, they did.
because 1 would be harsh, because that's what was by far the hardest region, I think.
Yeah, no, I think that's why they were complaining. Like, a lot of the people from that region were upset because they only had 1 tournament where their
And then
region
the-
was literally the most stacked. I think they had the most entrants or something.
And then
Yeah.
there's the guest region with 2 entrants, where there is basically if Cruster wasn't coming back, there was only 2 players for this, and this was me and Ro, and I'm commentating, so I'm not in it. So,
Oh man, you took away someone's spot, Razi.
huh?
You took away someone's spot.
What? No.
Oh wait,
Oh, no.
because you're commentating, you didn't even enter.
Yeah, I didn't enter.
Oh, okay, I see.
If Rasta wasn't in, so nobody would be able to even take the second slot. There is no players. Or
Because
if
there was
there was like a free entry that would get blown up probably round 1.
there was 2 UK Nordics ones. one European one and one another part of Europe region one.
Blotus is commentating too. He can't either. So and the thing is, like, there were like more entrants. Like, there was, for example, a player like Fallen Angel. But if you click on their profiles, you see that are FIFA players that are basically hoping just to kind of get in by lack of players and get some money
free
out
money.
of it. Because it was so empty.
Literally, I played someone yesterday in ESL that was completely new to the game. It was like a white square. They didn't even know how to jump, and all they were doing were auto combos. So definitely a FIFA kid trying to get some free money.
Well, like BBTag is often on sale, so they're like, oh, maybe this is free money.
Yeah,
but then again, it's like it's not a free game. Like, yeah, I had to buy the game in the first place.
And like the players are obviously going to be far more experienced than you. Like, I mean, just winning is kind of a long shot, to be honest.
I mean, they didn't even need to have the game. It's like you can just kind of, if there are only like 4 players, you can just kind of have to register. It's like even if you kind of get no-showed like 4 times, that doesn't count as a DQ. It only counts as a loss. So
yeah,
you get the money anyway.
Someone who did that, right? And then they got like ridiculously far because they kept reporting their opponents as not showing up, and none of the opponents did anything about it.
No, what I meant was, yeah, I mean, that wasn't ESL, yeah, but what I meant is, like, you can, if you get no-showed 4 times, and you still make the 4th place because there are only 4 players, you get the money anyway, because it doesn't count as a DQ, you are just lost.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I was like looking at the match, and it was like, man, is pblade actually gonna make it 10-4? It was coming really close at the moment, and like
potentially
not being a bias or anything. Oh, nice. See, so when the orb hits, like, you could easily go.
I think he was expecting like a neutral skip instantly, which is why he went for the preemptive DP.
I mean, not a bad idea. It's like, that's what Ceph players do, just the raw vengeance. That is.
Oh, Rose like looking for like. Oh, nice JC! Wow, stopping right dead on the tracks. This is like, it's still a match. Oh no, get caught by the.
Oh, the JC.
Oh, another JC! This is so. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it just got clipped.
You just wanted to hype it up, and then this happens.
Okay,
it's a really weird neutral game because like Yumi can't throw anything on the ground, otherwise she gets like the EX eaten out of her, and like Ceph can't always throw the orb because Yumi can just clear the screen with her EX, but like definitely Ceph can just keep throwing it, and it's really hard to like poke it out. But there's a number of times where people just got clipped by the orb and Zo just managed to get in and capitalize, but we'll see how it goes. Will there be another 10-4? 7-4 at the moment.
Yeah, this is it's very close to happening. Oh, gets hit with the fuzzy.
Okay. In the corner goes JC from the front, blocks it.
Putting a lot of pressure on Ro at the moment. Oh, gets open up.
Incredible. Oh, just the burst coming out works, and then gets hit with the 5A. Oh, but drops the combo. Doesn't matter. The Russian reset.
Oh, JC actually whiffing.
What's the mix? Tap the toes, watch the feet, go straight into super. I want to output as much damage as I can. Ops looks for the burst. Goes straight in the combo afterwards.
Oh, the 2 and 4 immediately gets hurt.
Oh no, drop the combo. That would have been a dead Yumi.
Vengeance, another one.
Yeah, that's time.
DPs.
pblade is not having that tough bullshit.
The delay in. Whoa, bad TP.
That could have worked. It would have been a bit.
Yeah, it would have worked because Carmine's DP is just so big.
And it goes both sides. Like for these sandwich situations, it's very decent. Oh, what?
No, too high.
No, you can't do that.
What did he want to get the landing, or did he wanted to? Did you watch
Because,
it
like-
on the super?
The super is like not fully like you have some recovery time on the way down, and the reason why a lot of people do it is because like you can't really contest it once the arrow starts coming out, and it's sort of like say cheers meteors, like once it comes out like you can't push in.
Super, that's gonna be like 8k. That does way too much damage.
Yeah, it
Six.
really
Okay.
does.
Ooh, get some with
yeah.
that one pop up.
And the 10-4 curse is broken.
It's done. No 10-4. I
Well,
must say
time
I'm a
to
little,
wrap
I'm a
it,
little
like.
disappointed, but at the same time, it's probably better for the matches to be more close.
It's a wrap, guys. Stream's over.
Stream's
Time to
over.
pack it up. Yeah, but Ro is like bringing it back right now. pblade is, I think that he's downloading. Ro is just downloading pblade's team at the moment, and he's just getting much more comfortable. So is pblade going to be sticking with this team for this first to 10, and we expect something different coming into the main tournament?
I
Dojo
honestly,
fighters for the
I
tournament.
can't tell. He has been focusing on this team like quite a lot, so I do think he's probably going to play it in the main tournament at least a little bit, if not all the way. There'll definitely be some matches where he goes for this team, but
You need
I mean,
pblade,
with
right?
pblade he can play anything.
He's gonna try to pull out all the stops because, like, we got a PS5 on the line. Like that
Yeah.
thing is so hard to get.
Exactly. You see how much those things are worth?
Yeah, it's like the 500 euros, sure, but PS5. Oh, now we're talking.
It's like Ro was recently back on the mine for a bit. After getting devasted by Cax with this team. He seems to have immediately dropped it again, which is a shame.
Yeah, well, you know, it happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens. It's gonna be,
Oh.
no, not a dead Carmine.
Okay.
Almost, there's still 11k damage out of that.
Try to bait the grab, then goes for the grab.
Yeah,
Oh,
pblade's
no.
someone who does the defensive OS, so you're just never gonna bait a grab out of him, because anytime you try, he will just air dash back because of the OS, which is a tool that not many players use. Okay. Good damage. Solo Yumi now, so this is very tough. But she does have resonance, but gets hit, so it doesn't matter. And 7-6.
Oh, we're coming down to a wire at this point. Like, pblade's like losing a bit of his momentum at the moment against Ro. And he's picking up momentum. All the Seth combos have been much more on point for Ro now. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
getting caught by the Hilda 4P a lot more for pblade, and
We
like,
got to see the full orb loops too.
yeah,
This game, those hurt so much.
yeah. And with like Carmine Yumi's, this it's still really difficult to block, but he's been much more solid on the defense at the moment against the team. pblade's like taking a bit of time, just thinking, it's like, what do I want to do? But I think this is going to be a good learning experience for him to figure out, is this what I want to do going in?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, he was the one who asked for this set, so he definitely has something to gain from it happening.
There is a plan behind this. From his side.
A plan for the madness.
Oh, 6p. It's the orb is still out though. Gets the Carmine.
Yep. You said it, and it hit him.
That's such a common occurrence from when you are playing that you just the orb is not on the screen, so you could just forget about it, and then you get hit.
Yeah. Oh, actually blocks that.
Okay. That was a bit awkward though.
Yeah, I mean, he had the hit already. I guess he just wanted a reset into the DP cross up, but didn't work out for him. Oh, gets hit. Ah, and is able to convert off the Fallen Pain.
Yeah, once you get hit by that, you got so much time to confirm off of that.
Yeah.
It has so much like hit stun.
Yeah, I mean, they made it so because Hilda's always fighting from full screen, so if she hits it from full screen, she has all the time she needs to run up to you and then hit you with one of her huge normals.
Yeah, it's like in this game, a lot of EX tend to have the property of, oh wow, nice reactions, but people also like air dashed right afterwards trying to cover ground, so we were stuck in the position where
Yeah, couldn't block,
Well, just
had to
react.
hold that. And we're even, 7-7, so...
yeah, Rose bringing it back. It's showing in the long set I could like adapt and download to your wacky teams that you throw at me. Yeah, speakers like the Falling Pain is like a lot of times in this game. The universal thing is that if the character's got EX, you're probably able to follow up after it.
Yeah,
Usually,
generally...
not all characters can do that, but a lot of characters generally do have this type of property.
Yeah, definitely something that you see more often than not. I'm curious to see what's going to happen now because the score's dead even. pblade has been on kind of like a losing streak because he did have a lead initially and now it's evened up, so I wonder if we're going to see any adaptation from pblade coming out. Oh,
good
pblade,
shit.
not like this.
This is big damage. 5B punish.
Oh, just let's do the drop for the Aoki. Oh, we're just landing vengeance. Puts the orb out just for show.
Ah, just gets hit overhead.
I don't know how you feel. Like Rose going for default color characters. Like
Yeah, that's
I mean,
Rose a very by the
still
books kind of
better.
guy. Doesn't like going for the colorful characters. All of the teams he's played, he's always just used default.
That is still better than any of the color choices pblade ever made.
I mean, if you've seen some of pblade's color, I mean, even just this one, the like lime green Carmine with the pink Yumi. It's
He just,
turquoise
goes
blue,
out of his way to pick the ugliest and most non-fitting color combination there is. At least he actually knows about color compositions to defy them.
oh no, he tried to do the super to crystallize Hilda again, but again too high, and then DP'd and Ro just ran into it. That DP lost long.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate for Ro. Definitely wasn't expecting it to be that active.
Oh,
Ah, just gets hit.
J244C.
Hey, Ro's in the lead, 8-7.
Yeah, it manages to pull it away. I think, is it download complete? This is how many matches? Like 4 in a row?
Yeah, something like that. And for another little bit of lore, so the last one I did of these, we had Ro versus Cax, and Ro, to put it politely,
He was fairly deleted though.
yeah, it was very one-sided for Cax. I think the score was 10-2. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh no, come on! I just
Oh, yeah.
wanted to say last match. At least it's not a full mirror because I know people plays this too. And
Actually playing the mirror, okay.
I hate this so much. It's like both of these mirrors are just these colors. What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Into defense, one thing about colors is that sometimes you choose a color scheme to really distract your opponent, or because some special moves actually become really hard to
No, it's
block
like
because
Those are
it's
next
blending
level
in right.
plays.
I'm incredibly
This-
sure
yeah.
that he just goes for the ugliest thing he can find. Since he plays the orange ruby with the green hair.
This is one thing I just noticed. So like people opted to use JB a bit more than like Ro, because every time like Ro's in the air, he's like, I'm not pressing JB because I know how unsafe it is if it gets blocked. And people is like, yeah, JB hits and then do that teleport and combo.
I can't wait for the situation where both Hildas are dead and we are going to see a 7 mirror. I'm so excited.
Mirrors. Yay.
Oh, what a mix!
That is. Did you see the invitational we did, Mr. dblanks? Like a few months ago.
I can't remember. I've seen a lot of invitationals. But please
like-
enlighten me.
We did one for PC Europe like a while ago, and it had all the 7 in a row.
Wait, he was commentating it, right?
What? Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah, well, I was. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah, there was 2 streams. It was you and Zin on the other stream.
Yeah. Okay, then
Me on the. Yeah, I was the one commentating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there
anyway,
was
we
a
had-
lot of sets.
Yeah, we had all the sets in our group. Huh?
Okay, so pblade won that. Oh man, I'm getting mixed here.
Oh no.
So
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like there's a team. It's like when it comes to fighting games, there's characters you main and you say you're like more very professional with it, proficient with it, and then when someone else's fight is your same team, it's sort of like I have to prove that I am the better. Like,
yeah.
character player or
It puts pressure on you. It's like the same as like when someone picks a joke character on you.
yeah, and like,
That's kind of
oh,
the
now I
thinking.
have to win.
yeah. I think with joke characters nowadays a bit less because a lot of the supposedly joke characters are actually kind of like really decent or strong.
Yeah, there's
But,
no
like,
there's no like character that's designed to be bad like nowadays. Unlike, I know there are a few characters that are examples of that are just like designed specifically as a meme, and they just really suck.
I mean, yeah, that's just like actually they just brought back Dan to Street Fighter, and he actually isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he's
thing
got
is,
like an
Dan,
infinite.
I mean, he's still not good, but like he's not offensively bad anymore as he once was.
yeah, because the thing is with Dan, like he was made purposely bad as a jab on SNK for like the Kyo.
Oh, I see.
So like they made him and like you see his like super where he does 1-ups like all the punches like that's basically trying to like take a piss of Kyo from
Oh, I didn't even know that.
no
Okay.
not Kyo, Ryo
Oh, Rio.
the martial arts one, the like son of Takuma and the sister of Yu.
Well, the thing about him in 5 is that I don't know if he had that in 4, but like they gave him a super, which is basically just a 20 or 30 second teabag, and if you get hit afterwards, you just die. It's like it then dies. It's like that serves no point though. It's like it just I mean, so he is still kind of a joke character.
Okay, I believe this is that. Yeah. So,
So it's
set
That
point.
roll for roll.
9-8. It's like I can play my team better than you can. And like Ro has to prove it. So if this is like, what would pblade do? Would he go back? Would he change up the team again?
No.
Nope, it's
No,
going
stick
right
with it.
in. He wants to like.
Get ready.
This is.
If he teabags now, that would be interesting.
You know what he did? He saved the like last set to be like a best 2 out of 3.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. And
I
so
said
now
that
he's
on him,
really
yeah.
trying.
Can't escape.
They said that he has to win 3 and like Ro has to win 2.
So one thing that you might not know is that pblade was actually the person in EU first that started playing this team, and Ro adopted it later on. But like with pblade, he plays so many teams, but Ro has just stuck with Seth Hilda. So this is why like I feel this is a really interesting dynamic. It's like pblade who picked it up first, but Ro who stuck with it for longer.
Wasn't that someone else?
No, pblade was the first one. Well, I mean, maybe there was some Japanese player, but in EU, pblade was the first
I
one.
mean, in the US, like I only remember playing that team out of pblade once in a set, and I won. So I was always thinking that that's just a meme pick of him.
There's. Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say that I'm fairly sure because I remember him telling me that he was like the pioneer, and he actually gets like kind of annoyed when people say like, "Oh, this is like the Road team or the Roxas team," as opposed to the.
I was actually thinking about Roxas when I saw this team. I was like, and at least in my head, he was the one that I associated it with.
So one thing about playing multiple teams I found is like when it comes to the tournament situation, it kind of puts you in a very bad character crisis, because every time you play the team, you like and lose or win, it's like, oh, I could keep going, or oh no, maybe I should have played this team as better, because you have so much options to open to you, but sometimes you have to like switch it up and adapt. And it kind of gives you a bit of a player like regret, like I could have won it if I chose this team, or could have done this or that instead. And it kind of loses a bit of like, I played my team the best of I could, and I'm satisfied losing because I tried my best.
And with that, we go into the last match.
Yeah, 9-9.
Oh,
And
no.
yeah, to
Also,
touch on what you were saying, dblanks, like, yeah, that is like a really big thing, and I think that's something that, like, even though I only have like 2 teams, I sometimes struggle with this, where like you'll second guess yourself after you lose a match, like, oh man, maybe I should have played this team instead of that team, and it can kind of like work to that mental, like you're playing mind games with yourself essentially, and it can be kind of bad. But at the same time, there are a lot of benefits to playing multiple teams, obviously covering a lot of matchups. But yeah.
The obvious solution to this is like taking a a node out of Dyni's or my playbook and just don't have a second team.
Yeah, that's the one team wonder.
Sometimes it works, but then you see like players like back in when Dora was playing, like filling up all the shenanigans and gimmicks. Like it was hilarious to watch.
It was so
What?
good.
I mean, this man is a genius. That's like
No, he's not a genius. He's a madman.
no, that's like he is like he's the
He's like the mad scientist. Is like, I'm in the lab. I'm gonna try this.
Just
Like,
stitching teams together.
yeah, and it makes it work. And he's just got a smile on his face. He's become a bit more trolly when he was playing BBTag. Like when he's like playing games like CF, when he was playing Bang and he had to change up, he was like out for blood to win. But then he plays tag and it's like, you got hit. Like cheap. These team are fish. You're fish.
I wonder what it would have been like if Bang was in this game. I want to see Dora's Bang and BBTag.
so
I wonder
guess-
if he would have stuck with Bang as well, because he stuck with Bang in CF as far as I know. So I wonder if he would have kept changing teams, or
he's now preoccupied chilling online casino, so
yeah,
I don't think we'll see him back.
he's long past his BBTag days.
Oh, but this is a really even match going on. Oh, wake up super. Wow. Gets Yoki afterwards.
We just saw something there that happens with Hilda. With Hilda all the time, even with who? Oh,
What, bro? Please, this is the last game.
Think about it. Imagine it was a PS5 and 500 euros on the line.
Exactly.
I think that would actually make it worse. He'll drop it even like earlier. Like, this is like the final match. Like, if you win this, you win a PS5, 500 euros.
Man, we're already at Rampage time, and like both characters are still like kind of healthy, given that it's Rampage time. Okay, here we go. We're finally getting a good hit on pblade. Oh, what? It just ended so quickly.
both of them.
What a way to end.
What
I didn't know what happened. Seth came out, Hilda was smashing bees, and suddenly everyone died.
Oh my god. Okay, so Ro
He traded.
wins.
I think he traded with the assist, and the skewer hit the under character.
Yeah, it's just that 5B like zoomed and like spiked everything, and the 5P from Seth hit, and it's just like, well, that's BBTag, you know.
Mirrors as well. Seth mirrors. Seth Hilda mirrors. Oh, my brain can't keep up.
Oh, wow.
I hope we don't have this in the dojo. I was like, I can't follow that shit.
I wanna see this in the dojo. This is like, yeah, upsetting. It's like you see that hit and you're like, oh no, why did I call my assist? But anyway, got him. GG's.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So that was that was the first of 10s for today. I'm gonna start doing the outro, but first of all, I want to thank my commentators for coming on as usual. Thank you to dblanks and Razi. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man. It's been a pleasure commentating with you both.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to. I'm just glad that to find out that you're still kind of playing BBTag a bit Because honestly, I had no idea. I thought you were completely gone from the game. But
Gone
it's
to the
nice.
gacha world like all the BBTag players.
Yeah, I definitely
Oh,
see. I
I
definitely see
dabble a lot
dblanks
in
on
games.
Twitter, like with his ground blue or whatever. Always talking
I
about the
don't
roles or
particularly.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't particularly post about tech and things like as much nowadays. Like usually it comes to new games and I try to experiment more, but I still dabble around. I play with friends around sometimes when they want to offer, and it's just getting back into it, and I still find it fun.
Do you think that there being no tournaments, offline tournaments, has really hurt your motivation?
Well, the thing is that like netcode aside, I'm kind of like whatever with netcode. It happens. Like even if things get involved back, like we get tournaments, it's just not the same as going
Mm.
offline. I enjoyed the travel, like getting around. I enjoyed like the offline events, and usually we had monthlies to play around, so it always made it like worthwhile coming back.
Mm.
But it's it's more just coming to climate, and it's just made it a bit more difficult to really enjoy it because you can't have banter with your friends or online. For me, just tends to bring the worst out of people. It's not even like
Yeah.
because of like netcode or like the game's busted or anything. You just have such a different like trashy mindset, and you just get angry and
Yeah,
salty playing it
100%.
online.
There's so much. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, but there's been like a lot of drama recently surrounding online and people not saying GGs and stuff like that. It's been wild. You can tell that people need to go offline again.
Yeah, I think people get a bit too emotional about like all the activity. They want drama. They want things, see things happen, but it's not about like always having like crossplay or netcode and everything. But it's you kind of missing the human element when you play online, and it just doesn't bring the same excitement and experience you get when you play with friends. But I know like some people don't have the opportunity to go offline events, but as there's some of the people I met because I decided to go offline and play games with each other, and it's just kind of been much more joy. Online just doesn't give me that same like feeling. It's more of a chore, and it just like bugs you more.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely understand. Like, as someone who I didn't really go to many offline events. Like when 2020 rolled round, I was just like, you know what? This year I'm gonna try and go to a lot more events. But obviously that didn't plan out. But the few events I have been to, like when I went to Revo or like Sacrifice, like I really enjoyed them, and I definitely do think that experience is something that people should like have, and it's definitely more refreshing than just playing
Yeah.
online all the time. So yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, it's a sort of like sometimes with offline, it's a weird twist of fate because I always remember like if I won Revo like that time to qualify for Arc Revo, like would I have actually traveled out around Europe, just meet everyone around? Like I see a lot of familiar names on the chat, and it's like there's definitely people I've met, and I'm pretty like happy always met you guys.
Mm.
And you're just like, would I've done the same thing? And it's like sort of a weird twist of fate. Like I've lost, but I've brought my experience like more broadened my horizons more across the world and continent, and it's just been a pleasure.
That's generally a thing. I think it's like when I realized that in myself. Like when I go to offline tournaments, like I don't really play tournaments for the mindset of wanting to win. I just want to compete and see how far I get. But it's like in offline tournaments, that mindset is easy to have because we have a lot of fun doing it. It's like, but even I see myself getting salty when I lose offline online a lot. It's like because we are just isolated and there's nothing around it except like the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the community spirit like you get because like I remember meeting you as like in things like Bustle Challenge, and we'd like everyone's like gone out to get food, travel around. We went around places. I met a lot of people, and we had games and fun
Yeah,
time.
we met like 3 times rounds. Like every time was great. Every three.
Yeah, and it's sort of that kind of experience that keeps bringing you back to fighting games because you have fun playing the games you want. You want to get better, and you also like want to meet up with people again. And I guess that's like part of the motivations. Like back when I was like grinding BBTag pretty hard, like early stages, like It
I
was
mean,
pretty.
on the other hand, Hilda didn't exist back then too. That was a big
True.
project.
Oh yeah, but back then, yeah. Then it's like we just think about like what were the like worst like states of BBTag was like the Gorby, Ruby Gordo like and
DP.
it's deepest DP and just
my
like
my opinion of that is late 1.3, and the reason for that is you.
what
Because like,
Naokami.
no, it's like that was the time. It's like where people figured out assist DP,
Oh yeah,
and you
I
were
still
like you were the first one presenting that to me with I think Mika Mai.
oh was that Mika Mai or was I think I was playing. I was a bit of doing Ez Smai at that time.
Oh, no, in that instance, I remember Mika Mai at least for this.
Oh okay.
And it's like that was so fucking frustrating. It's like that was the worst state. But at least with that, 1.5 came around fairly quickly.
On my defense, Assist TP won me a important match in Headstomper.
Oh yeah, I remember.
What did you play? Wait, what match?
It was like on stream against. Crap! All the names just ran out of my head.
Wasn't it the American?
No. It wasn't.
did they play?
Beautiful dude.
Oh.
It
Wait, did you say
was
it
the
wasn't
Yang.
beautiful, dude?
No, it wasn't beautiful. It was
okay.
Yang and Wolfstein. Crap! Why?
Owner.
Oh no! Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
I kind of finished my match with Assist TP, and it was. I think
Hey, I mean-
someone clipped my expression at the end of it, and it was kind of funny.
This team I immediately associate with him because like I remember getting 2 grand finals in Beavers and then just getting blown up by this. Just absolutely destroyed.
Ugh.
Yeah, Assist TP like won me matches that
So
time. It was
you can't
pretty.
complain. But
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah, that's all the matches we have for today. Gonna try and wind down now. I'm trying to think what other events there are. I think is ATC.
It's
this-
Saturday.
Okay, yeah. So there's gonna be an ATC this Saturday, hosted by Sephirias. Check it out. You can enter. It will be on Twitch.
On PC though?
Yeah, PC only. So sorry, you PlayStation boys, not for you. I think Dojo is on the 28th.
This is Sunday. It's
Sunday.
I think 14 to 16. I think it is.
Okay.
So
but
be
yeah.
sure to tune into that. Someone's coming away with 500 euros and a PS5. PS5.
PS5 hype.
Like, even if you don't want a PS5, you could sell it for scalper prices.
You could-
You didn't hear that from me. You did not hear that from me.
Honest, like the PS5 being there is so nuts to me because like you get money on top of the PS5 as well. So like you're making that's
no,
like a
you-
decent
you-
amount
you-
of cash.
You get PlayStation money. That's
Oh
like
right.
only
It's not
worth half as
actual.
much.
That's true. But still, that's like
I mean, I'd say rather it's like if I was on a tournament, I would say rather just give me the money. Just give me like the usual sales price for the PS5 because it's worth more on the market.
oh wait no, pblade saying that you get real money in the finals, not PSN
Yeah,
credits.
real money. It's 500 euros.
What, really?
Straight up. Yeah, 500 euros.
There you go.
Oh, it was the qualifiers with the PSN money. No, I can't.
Yeah.
I
but
still
qualifiers
need
as
my
well.
100 credits. I don't know when I'm gonna get them, but that's a tale for another time.
It's time to join the gacha games and spend it all on Genshin Impact.
Oh no.
Also,
On
you get paid.
PlayStation.
Oh, bro.
I haven't fallen into the gacha game hole, but I know
That's right.
many people have, like Jaju, Bruno, so many people. I've been curious, but
There's one exception. That is Zaveid. He came from the gacha hole.
oh, I see it. Yeah. He did actually, which you don't see too often. Usually, you play BBTag or any anime game, and that just leads you down the anime game rabbit hole and eventually to gachas.
Yeah, the dark anime hole. That was.
Anyway, I think you guys wanna shout out anything? Maybe like Twitter, Twitch account, anything to plug?
I don't particularly have any plug. I guess it's just sort of like most people know my Twitter, but like, anyways, like just be sure to watch the PlayStation Finals at the moment. You see our man's Monkey like participate. Maybe like he pulls out all the stops. You know, he could come out first with the PS5.
Don't
Like,
give them false hope,
like,
man.
support.
Hey, and watch it in German if you wanna see me commentate instead of Blackface.
Yeah, we've got the two commentators.
The funny thing is, I watched the German Tekken stream for the Dojo Fight Fest, and it has had a whopping 28 views for Tekken 7.
Wait, how many viewers?
28.
28.
Yeah. So I assume for BBTag it will be like 2.
Damn. That's okay. Interesting.
dblanks doesn't live. dblanks is undead. I'm just still in like my retirement home, swinging on my rocking chair. Like, the kids playing BBTag again. I never left. Like, oh, my back hurts.
No offline. Talking about roll back this, roll back that. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Take care, guys. Gonna end the stream now. This was fun. Probably gonna do tournament or a first to 10 next week. We'll see who we get. Maybe we can get Wrestler this time.
Oh no. People's mention is like, if it's 30 minutes of content, like, man, me and E must be like talking for at least an hour and a half, trying to like drive.
Best
like,
be ready
I
with the stream topics. So
oh yeah, this is like bring out the stories.
Ah, yeah, right. You're doing the interviews, right?
No, we'll see how it goes.
I was like, then prepare for talking to, I don't know, Cax for a long time.
Yeah. Hi, Cax. Welcome back again. So, how are you feeling, man? The weather's nice, right? What did you eat today? Like, it's like, oh, did you know? Yeah, good things, man.
I'm looking like if an interview does happen, I really want to see. Like, I hope it's someone like Cax or someone we don't hear speak, because I'm very curious what they sound like. I've seen Cax, but I've never heard him before, and I haven't seen or heard Ro, so I'm curious. I
mean, the fun thing is Cax was in Brussels, and he played on stage, and we also saw him play because we were in the audience, and then he just vanished. He just left.
Yeah, so I remember because I think I messaged him during that time, and he told me that he was feeling pretty down because he went like 0-2 or something. I think he won one match, but I think his opponent DQ'd. So he went 0-2 and he was feeling pretty bummed about that. So I think he was just like chilling in his hotel or whatever. And yeah, it was sad, but I mean, Cax just bounced back in a big way. Look at him now.
Yeah. Actually, it's like when it comes to tournaments, offline tournaments is like a completely different mindset to like online tournaments. Like,
yeah,
I feel like it's like if you don't have the offline tournament experience, when it comes to the offline, you can get blown up by the mentality of it and like the experience around you. And I have a lot of stories of like offline tournaments, but like I'll save you guys like stories for another time. As like Monkey's trying to like get the stream closed off because we've been rambling for. Hey, at least with see this half an hour isn't too bad. Like we probably spent half an hour talking.
True.
After the like last match and like. Yeah, exactly.
For Sunday.
Okay. See you guys later. Take care. Gonna end the stream. Tune into ATC on Saturday, and then tune into the dojo on Sunday. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.